Yeah,
What's up with it?
we
Is-
What?
we are back,
Episode 113, the reset.
man.
and
113 episodes, y'all.
113. That'd be a good choice of wings. You know what I'm saying? At a Super Bowl party, 113 wings.
CT the chef, can we get 113 wings, sir?
113 wings.
Why
113.
113 wings? That would be my question. I'd be like, why 113?
He-
Just
he-
got to
he-
be odd.
you know what? He ain't gonna even question it because CT the chef is our guy. He's just
I'm
gonna
just saying.
do what we asking for that 113. You know what I'm
He,
saying?
he gonna he gonna be happy. He gonna throw the extra wing in there, just the one to make
And
it 13.
yeah, we're gonna call it the CT chef's baker's dozen. You know what I'm saying? The baker's dozen. But
What's
y'all,
up with it?
yeah, we happy to be back. We were just talking in the background about, you know what I'm saying, how long it seems. We took a break as we usually do to kind of regroup, you know what I'm saying, give ourselves some time with our family, to do some things outside to revamp the show and to give ourselves just a little mental break. And
Yeah, and
so
then
we
some other stuff happened.
we enjoyed ourselves, and the break was much needed, especially for you, boy. Of course,
Yeah.
if you tuned in before we left, going on break, I tore my Achilles, so I needed that time to kind of
You
recoup.
tore it coming off the pick and roll, getting ready to pull up for the shot. I mean,
I pulled up,
just
and
terrible for a shooter.
man,
Terrible.
I pulled up, and yeah, my foot was like, "Nah, we're gonna stay down here on the floor."
Mhm. They get
And
somebody else to do it.
hey, I wish I could have got somebody else to have that surgery for me because
Oh man, I'm already knowing.
because look, I'm telling y'all, it wasn't even the surgery, it wasn't the injury, it's been the rehab, it's been the physical therapy.
Mhm.
That's terrible, terrible, terrible. But at least I'm
I
walking
mean, don't
now.
worry, man. You can come back and drop 50 off your ACL tear. I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm not gonna drop 50 on anything, but you know what I'm saying, on some food when I go to the restaurant and pay $50. That's the only thing I'm gonna be dropping 50 on because I ain't
I mean,
playing
it'd be well
basketball
worth
no
it.
more. I am done.
Oh man,
I am done.
It
I
took
don't
you
believe
out.
that. And to hear you say that,
Done.
like, just what I'm saying, don't sit well with what I'm saying.
Done.
My heart. Just don't
Done.
sit well.
Hey, if anybody wants to challenge me to a game of horse, I got you. But
Nah,
running up and down the court, cutting and nah, I'm not doing that no more. I'm done.
it was
He
active.
he,
That's
he
good though.
retired. Are you gonna frame the kicks, fam?
Man, you know what? Actually, if somebody needs a size 15 LeBron 20, whatever, no, LeBron 19. If you need a size 15 LeBron 19, I only wore them twice. Hit my line and you can have you can have because
He boy
I
superstitious. He like, I want to get rid of these joints.
that's a fact. That's a fact. The shoes are donezo, gone. I'm not wearing them no more, dog. Like I can't.
I mean, we're just glad you're back.
It's
Yeah, you know
traumatic.
what I'm saying?
It's traumatic, bro. Like I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. There are some times where I still hear that noise of my Achilles popping.
I was
Like
gonna say the pop.
it's like a PTSD form of sorts.
Oh
So I'm
man.
like, I'm done with those shoes, bro. No offense. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going good for LeBron. Shout out to LeBron
He
doing
about to
big
drop
things.
them last points he needs tonight.
But them shoes, I can't.
He like, I'm done with him.
I
Like, I'm
can't
done
wear
with
them no more, bro. I can't. I've been wearing Jordans all these years. Nothing ever happened. Start rocking LeBrons, injury. So I can't do it. I
Mm.
can't do it, bro.
I feel for you, my guy. I feel for you. You know what I'm
I
saying? I
can't
feel
do it.
for you. Patricia, who is the homie we got in your lap there? What's going on?
This is the newest homie,
That's the
Merlot.
newest homie. Look at it.
Okay, so you're gonna
Come
have to tell
on,
us
give us some pontification. Talk to us. What we
Okay,
got here?
so
what kind of dog is
got her
that?
at Christmas. She's a Yorkie.
Mm.
It's my little boo. Say hi.
Oh,
Say hi to the people. Don't lick me.
see, you don't want the dog to lick you?
No.
She got to tell that to the dog and her man. Not right now.
Now that is not those are not one and the same. We will never stay together. We will never stay together. No.
Hey, I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
Her name is
I was
Merlot.
kind of leaning in that direction, but I figured I'd stick with the Yorkie. You know what I'm saying? Don't lick me. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, say hi. Just say hi to them, okay?
What's up? What's up? What's up, Merlot?
Merlot. Say don't do that. Don't do me like that.
Okay,
It's all
so
right. I mean, trying to kiss the face and all of that. I see you, Merlot. I see you. I see you. We
so
ain't mad
so
at you.
so we coming off the break. So Patricia, talk to us about kind of what you did during your break. Did you enjoy your Christmas holiday, New Year's, all that good stuff?
It was you know what? Yeah, I did actually. It was a nice, much needed break.
Hmm.
Spent time with family. My little sister came from out of town twice, actually. My mom and them came. Just was a lot of time with family. So
It's
I
good.
did enjoy all of that. I went back to work because I was on a
Ooh.
leave while I was focusing on everything else,
Hmm.
school and all this stuff. But I knew eventually work was going to come back and crowd my life with everything else I was doing, business, school, all that. So I went back. And so it's been some long days. I'm back at Kaiser and still doing everything else because it ain't stopping nothing.
Adulting.
Yes.
Isn't it nice?
Being a mama, huh? I see
And
you.
then there's that.
Yeah.
So, you
Mm,
know,
mm, mm.
it's Taco Tuesday and I still gotta make tacos later because I came home. I had about 15 minutes before I got on with y'all.
I mean,
Wow.
that's what crock pot is for. Throw the chicken in there. You know
No,
what
I
I'm
want
saying?
tacos today. I
I
want
mean, but I'm just saying, you can get you some shredded chicken tacos and you be
they want
straight.
specific kind. I don't want that today. Usually it's always shredded chicken because I love me some shredded chicken tacos. But
I
we're
ain't
gonna
mad
have
at
they want ground turkey and ground beef and whatever.
you. Oh, okay. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Got to
I
got to feed the children.
You
Benji,
know?
talk
Yeah, the
about that
chicken
break,
too.
man.
Man, listen, man, Lord, everything happened. Do you not understand? We ain't got enough time on this show. Everything happened. And when I mean everything that I wanted to happen, happened. Like it's been crazy. But um it for me, I'm happy just to be in a healthy space.
Okay.
Like I had a lot of stuff going on,
I'm like, it
doing
sounds
this,
like a lot
running
happening.
here, running this, doing that, doing that, doing that. And sometimes, man, you just gotta say, you know what? No, stop that, stop that, stop that, and focus on these few things. And when you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to do everything, that comes with ups and downs. That comes with meeting this person, that person, all just meeting all types of people, and you don't know who you're engaging with all the time. Most of the time, you don't know if they legit or they solid. You don't know what's before you most of the time. So I found that kind of space where you can be in can be crazy, but when you step back for a little bit, you just survey the entire field, you can see what's going on. And sometimes I'm just grateful at this point I was able to step back for a little bit. And it was enjoyable, man. But a lot of stuff happened. This place, that
That sounds like that's the
new
whole
beginnings,
episode.
new this. So yeah, it's been dope. It's been legit.
We need
Okay.
an episode for what really happened in his break. Because it sounds like an
And
episode.
and did it involve studs?
Why did I think about that the other day? Like
No studs,
I don't know
fam.
why I thought about that.
Don't forget about the studs, Patricia.
We
I'm just
can't.
saying. But
Like,
no, it didn't involve no studs. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
like I told y'all before, man, I shut the whole roster down, man. Like y'all think I'm playing?
yes, you cleaned the house over the break too.
Man, listen. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, you know what I'm saying. You got to shut it down. Do you hear me?
I
Shut
see.
Okay.
it down,
So
like complete
you're
shutdown.
celibate.
Like what'd you say?
You're celibate.
I didn't say. What'd you say?
You're celibate.
Say that again.
Oh no, you heard me.
I,
He said he don't know what that means. He might be buying a bit, but selling a bit.
I
He ain't
mean,
about
no,
that
no, I
life.
ain't buying
Let
I
me
ain't
find
buying
out
a
you out here
damn.
buying a bit.
I can't give you all of the details. You know what I'm saying? I can't, Patricia. I can't give you all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
check it.
saying. Shut the whole roster down. That's all you need to know. Shut it all down.
Okay, so
Kidding besides healing, what's been going on?
same old, same old. I'm telling you, that first couple of months, I had my surgery. November 21st. Then we went on break shortly after that, and I was laid up pretty much the whole break until Christmas is when I actually kind of got out and was around family and stuff like that because I couldn't walk. like
Yeah.
period. Like I couldn't, and if I did walk, it was with the aid of crutches
Crutches or
or
a walker.
the no the the
That little
scooter,
the
the little
scooter
you
thing,
got the
right?
little knee
Yeah.
scooter.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, that knee scooter is great, but it sucks at the same time because when you a tall person like me, like like it's just a weird deal.
It hurt your back. It seemed like
Yeah,
like
it does. Like you just
yeah.
have to
Feel
really
like you're in a
adjust
little
to it.
go-kart or something.
Yeah, bro, it was weird. It was very weird, but I appreciate it. Actually, I just retired it, so I just put it up this weekend, put it in the storage
Oh
house.
man, you didn't take
On the
no
Yeah.
photos with
square.
the peace sign up in that joint or nothing.
No, I was happy to get rid of it, bro. I was happy to get it out the way, to put the crutches away, put the boot in there. You know what I'm saying? Put everything away, bro, because I'm happy to be walking around here with two shoes on. Call me Tony Two Shoes, because I
Tony
got
Okay.
Two
two
Shoes.
shoes.
Okay, I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah,
I still would have loved to have seen you, you know what I'm saying, like kind of scooting along. Cause what they go about 5-10 miles per hour.
bruh. Nah, I was mashing in that thing, bruh. You don't
Yeah,
know. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in
top
Hellcats and
speed.
Trackhawks. I'm out here in
Yes.
Hellcats and Trackhawks, baby. You know what I'm saying? Speed,
Your
speed,
boy
baby,
getting top.
speed.
Until he hit
Your
a
boy
rock.
going top speed.
Hey,
Until he hit a rock.
nah, you know what? That's why I got the type of tires I got on that bad boy. I got the big boy tires,
He
you know what
got
I'm
the all
saying?
terrain.
The ones that you have to actually air up, you know what I'm saying? Like I got the real tires
I
on that joint.
cannot.
Oh,
Okay.
listen at that.
Matte black paint job, all that. I went
And
all
it's
out. Black
He went all
rims,
out on this ride.
black
Okay.
rims. It was murdered out. You know what I'm saying? I had all black everything on that joint. Yeah, I did it up. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
And
you
want to
then
see a
and you
picture
didn't give us
of
no pics with the peace sign. You know what I'm saying? Smoking something, drinking something. You didn't even do it for us.
right.
mm-mm,
There's no photos,
mm-mm.
no evidence.
No.
Dang.
No. I'm not like these people on social media who tell you their whole life, and that's why you know that they baby daddy not getting the kid back. You know what I'm saying? Because they done told everybody everything.
Now
Some
that
stuff keep to
yeah,
yourself.
Very true.
they tell the
Very true.
world everything.
Yep. So I want to ask you all. You were talking about, we're going into, we're in February now, so we just started the new year. We always talk about resolutions in the past, but then in the, in the near past, everybody's been talking about, well, I don't do resolutions anymore. Resolutions out the door. So do you all do anything like resolutions, or do you all have, as we call today's show, the reset? Do you have a New Year's reset that you kind of do where you trying to, retarget or retrain yourself to do anything, or have any targets that you start at the end, the beginning of the year with?
I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of let it flow naturally. Like it don't become like a New Year's thing.
Mm.
But you're always you're supposed to look at your books in October. You know what I'm saying? Before the year even ends. So to kind of go into the new year with new perspective, because yeah, them taxes coming up. So so that so that's kind of how I do it. But I
Oh,
kind of
yes,
let
good
it flow
reason.
naturally. But because you never know what comes. Like you can, like in this space, met something super great, and that didn't come fully around swing until like December going into January. So it can be, you know what I'm saying, it can be tricky. You get what I'm saying? So I just kind of let the chips fall where they may. And then once I'm in that space, then you see what you can vibe with, change, do this, do that. And that's just kind of how I flow with it.
Okay, Patricia.
Um, yeah, I don't really do the New Year's resolution. I guess you kind of just fall out of it, but I do reflect to see if there was anything that I wanted to achieve or didn't think about achieving that I want to eventually set goals and time frames and whatnot, but I don't really do it like at the beginning of the year, kind of like it just kind of happens. Like I don't know. It's always like trying to reset as often as possible. I mean, you always want to reflect and see if there's some changes or alternate routes or whatever going on. So I don't wait for the beginning of the year. Like everybody has these like New Year's resolutions when you're supposed to do this, and it's like you need to do that a lot, often. Matter of fact, throughout the year. So I don't just wait for the January 1st to figure my life out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of too late for me going into the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now if you got fat over the holidays, you know what I'm saying, and you need to start fresh in January, then I understand.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you got fat in that short amount of time, I hate to break it to you, but you was fat before it started.
No, he was already there.
He was
So
already fat. He was already
that's
fat.
huge.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, serious man.
Ain't
Over
nobody nutty
within
professor in 2 months.
November, December, I gained like 20 pounds. I got to about 200.
How?
You did okay, but you didn't nutty professor. You didn't just
Oh my
Like,
God.
and you
fam,
ain't trying to run
when you didn't have to go back and forth into the office doing all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy, bro. You be eating up a storm. Like you be grubbing. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I gained like 200. So I was like, nah, I gotta get this off me.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
forgot
saying?
Benji be cooking though. Benji be cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
listen, ladies. I'll have your fat. You know
Here
what I'm saying? I'm
you're
just saying.
celibate.
Yes, no, I ain't hold on,
So
hold on.
I mean,
I
say
ain't
yes,
offering
no.
we're
no
not talking about
invites.
any meat.
That man said yes, no.
Yes,
I ain't
yes,
offering no
no.
invites now. No. Heck no. We ain't gonna need no invites. I'm just saying. I cook. Why you fronting? Why you acting?
You do, but you're celibate.
She keeps saying that,
You know
bro.
what? You know what? I am not going to reveal all my business on this show. One day
Okay,
I
you might as
will,
well
but
selling plates and with the
I'll just
meat,
say
with
this.
the meat.
I went from 205. I got down to my goal weight of 180. I'm at 177 now.
Hold on.
So I started
How
lifting weights, the whole nine,
I was
everything.
gonna say, how did you go from 200 plus to 178?
I don't think
Working
he ever
out,
gained it now. He's lying.
working out every day. Like you got to go hard. It's just period. Like it's probably one of the most unhealthiest weights I've ever been at because I don't think I've ever been over 200 pounds. But you couldn't tell
Yeah.
because I hold my weight well,
Yeah.
but you can feel it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you
Flip on
feel
up
it.
the
Like you can
stairs.
I can still run, I can still do backflips, I can still do all of that. And I'm like, when you step on the scale and you see you like what? But you can see it right here though, when the weight, when you know what I'm saying, in the belly. So I was like, all right, I'm good, man. Like I looked at my belly one day, I was like, yeah, this ain't working.
He said he can still do black flips and all that, but I guarantee you your knees at 174 and your knees at 200
Ain't
plus
the
is saying
same.
something different. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
like you'd be surprised. I don't know joint pains, knee pains, none of that stuff I've never had. Thank God. I've never had any of it. I've never broken a bone, any of that. Like I don't know if it's genetics or whatever it is, but I'm telling you, fam, like it's the craziest thing in the
Never
world.
broken bone.
Like I don't have those. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm genetically built like, but
Just be careful because I said the same thing last year.
Right. You
And
gonna be sending
then,
the scooter to him.
yeah, lo and behold, nah, because it's good. If I send the new scooter to him, he gonna have to ride on it like a regular bike because it's too big for him.
man, listen, we'll still lean to the left and pimp that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you
Let's
know
turn
what?
it like this.
I
I'm
asked
just
about
saying.
I asked about the New Year's resolutions because I pulled a lot of graphics for the show tonight, and I ran across some stuff, and I just wanted to flip it up here right quick and show y'all this little graphic. This is interesting because the first one says perfect your sleep hygiene.
Man,
Yeah, find a
definitely
hobby,
wasn't doing that.
find a hobby, focus on your relationships, listen to more music, declutter your home, which is a common one.
Right.
Learn breathing techniques, schedule meditation time, replace negative self talk, take up yoga,
I ain't
create a
doing no
5 year
yoga, man.
plan.
Patricia, you can do yoga, can't you? I seen you one time on your TikTok video, like take your leg and put it on the wall and then spin that joint around.
No, 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 no. Benji,
Is that's not yoga?
yoga is good for everybody, bro.
Everyone
Yeah,
can do
I'm just
yoga.
saying I ain't doing no yoga.
That's
I
not
get
yoga.
I
That's
don't believe in being bent over and doing all that
No, no, no,
stuff
no,
like
no,
that.
no,
There's
no,
not.
certain
no.
things I can't
All
do.
all, all yoga is just stretching.
You be having some nigga
No,
moments.
All it is just stretching, right? So let me tell you something. If you think about like some of the older athletes, like Jerry Rice or somebody like that who played into their 40s and were
uh-huh.
able to run and move, and Terrell Owens, all those guys do yoga. and that
Yeah,
yoga allowed,
ballet. Some of them do
yeah,
ballet and stuff. All
Yeah.
of that.
that yoga allowed them to, you know what I'm saying, further their athletic, careers,
Yep.
because their muscles weren't as tight and their joints are looser, so they're able to move and get more fluid in there and all that stuff. So yoga is actually great for everybody, and it's also actually great to meditate while you're doing the yoga, breathing techniques and things like that, because
I agree. Yoga is a beautiful thing.
a
I've
lot of
sat
people
in a
stressed
yoga
out.
class and watched it.
Yeah, but
I'm sure
yeah,
you did.
yeah. Fact. That's what I was just going to say. Yeah, that's not participating though, sir.
I know I didn't say I was participating because I didn't
You were.
like
Your eyes
seeing.
were
There
participating.
was some guys in there, and I didn't like. I just couldn't get with, you know what I'm saying, the certain ass movements in the yoga with the dude. I
Well,
couldn't do it. But now when you were looking at a woman doing yoga, it's beautiful.
Let's
well, you
be
got to
honest.
get past that.
Why were
I
you?
know,
Why
but
were
I'm
you
just
watching
saying, like
yoga?
that was
Let's
that was a struggle for me. I couldn't live
let's
with that.
focus on the
So
main question here. Why were you present to watch yoga happen?
because I have a homegirl who's a yoga instructor.
Hmm. You
Duh.
watch your homegirl.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why you're celibate.
Wow.
This right
Again,
here is exactly the reason.
I wish we
You
were
know
keeping
what,
count,
Patricia?
because
I'm glad you back with your banter.
she's
Okay,
already
any
at 10
dog.
plus. She's already
And
at 10 plus celibates.
Yes, I'm glad you back with your
this
dog.
is your New Year's resolution. You could start them in February. So
Start what in February?
your New Year's resolution is celibacy.
Reset your
My New
body
Year.
count.
Right.
Listen,
Reset your body
Give it to
count.
the Lord.
she might not like that I switched to celibacy. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, because she's definitely going to find somebody who's not celibate.
Right.
See, bam, there you go.
Facts. All right. So, moving on to the next topic. With it being February, February is Black History Month, and I just had a question for you all. And, you all watching, you're free to comment. You know what I'm saying? We'll pop your comment up there. But I just wanted to ask you all, is Black History Month losing its relevance in today's world? Is Because when we were kids, it was huge,
It was
right?
pop.
Black History Month was like a big deal at school. You were talking about different Black History moments every day, and there was something going on. Like, it was this whole thing. It felt like Black History Month was really Black History Month, right? Like now, it just feels like, you know what I'm saying, just another month on the calendar. So I think, because they don't teach Black history in school, number one, that's a huge reason why Black history doesn't have the, I guess, the shadow of, over our culture as it did before, where during that month, the kids get a lot of education on it, a lot of highlights and stuff like that. But I think, us as, what I'm saying, the adults, we're not pushing our kids to try to learn that stuff.
Some people aren't, but some are. You got to be in those spaces. I actually just came from a Black History Parade Saturday. And there's some people out there still doing that thing. Now, they didn't represent Rosa Parks, the typical people that you throw on there, but they did people who were effective in the community now. So they had a lot of people that were there, and you'd be surprised. It's from certain judges that are in certain states, in certain areas. There was a multiplicity of just people who you would never know if you didn't go to that space or if you didn't know them directly.
Yeah.
So, and they put them on display, had a huge parade, all that type of stuff. So it hasn't lost. I know it to a degree it is because some of the schools are literally pushing it out, so to speak, with these new laws and stuff like that. But it becomes more and more relevant to me because you learn something new. There's this Betty, and I do not want to say her name wrong. Betty Warber, I believe is her name, who was a slave in the 1800s, but she got free somehow, came to California, and ended up buying land and was one of the owned the most land in California than any Black person ever. Didn't know that. You get what I'm saying? And she's prominent and known in LA, so to speak, but I've never known it because they don't teach that stuff. But if you research your own history, it can become very relevant to you because you'd be surprised how much Black folk did that was just threw under the rug and never
Yeah.
talked about. It'll blow your mind. I didn't know. I have no idea who this woman was, and she's dope, man. It's crazy.
But
Trisha.
that's the key words. You have to do your own research.
Right.
So yeah, the actual curriculum when Black History Month comes along, they don't teach outside of some Martin Luther King
Right.
and the normal, like that's really it. And that
The
true,
safe people,
like
the
the
safe
safe
ones.
The
people,
safe people. Right.
it's watered down. It's not really true Black history. I
Right.
didn't fully learn Black history until I became an adult and I started
Right.
actually teaching myself things. So, and then the more and more I look at it now, and it angers me sometimes to see, like, you walk into Target and they got their whole setup already ready, like, with all the Black history stuff, Black fist in the air, let's go, and we support y'all. And it's like, you're just, it's a consumer
It's a cash
like,
grab.
move.
Yeah.
Like, you're not really supporting us in any way whatsoever. Like,
Right.
okay, you went and got some Black designers now to put in Target for 30 days, but do they get the same recognition as whatever these other brands are that's here all year? No.
Right.
So it's just a consumer move for these big businesses to jump on board, just like even the Black Lives Matter thing when they took all the money and did all kind of other stuff. Like,
Right.
it's a whole bunch of just people are using the movement in the moment, and it has nothing to do with the actual history.
Just
That's
to
true.
gain some dollars.
true.
It was funny. I don't want to high side, but I went to a Catholic church, and it was predominantly white.
How'd you end
And
up
it was
there,
quite
Benji?
interesting that they held a Black History service. It was quite interesting, kind of annoying, kind of weird off top, but I thought even in that moment, as weird as it felt, because I don't believe really nothing was honestly learned Black history wise. It just all seemed like a commercial, like that they were trying to kind of get involved in just for the day. You get what I'm saying?
Hold
Like
on.
you didn't feel really anything from it. Like it wasn't heartfelt.
I
This
think
is
that's the key. I think that's the key. And I was going to say this after Trisha Michelle made her comment. The commercialization of
Yeah.
these moments for us are becoming a cash grab for a lot of companies.
Right.
They see that we love it, so of course they're gonna make it so they can make some money off of it,
Of
right?
course. And they know
And
we spenders.
yeah, we're actually, you know what I'm saying, watching Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to the Earn Your Leisure
Yeah.
podcast. Like we Black folks have the largest section of spending power.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We spend the
we
most
in the
money.
tree.
Yeah, we spend
We
the
in the
most
tree.
money and have the least. So that's the crazy amount. You know, it's the crazy thing that we pour our money into things that don't come back to us.
Right.
right.
That's the most important thing. So, you know, when Trisha Michelle was pointing that out, like I really felt that because when you go on Target, yeah, they've done a great job of pushing things out, but can we see some consistency? That's my
Right.
word for 2023 moving forward, consistency.
Consistency.
Can we see that consistency throughout the year, not just for that month? Can you support these people on a regular basis and not just for the month for the recognition?
Right.
So
Right.
that's what we want to see. So until we see stuff like that, I don't even look at that type of stuff, man. And, you know, I go in Target, as we say, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be bougie, Target, you know, Target has some amazing stuff, and there's some things in there that I like to buy, but I'm
Right.
not going in there buying clothes. Let's be honest.
I'm
Not
less
me.
likely to buy the Black History clothes there than I would from someone off of Instagram that start pushing their Black business. I'll buy the shirts from them.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Right.
buy it from Target.
Yeah, listen, people. I'll pay the $30 from the person on Instagram versus
Yeah.
paying the 15 at Target if I know
Yeah.
that this person I'm supporting is going directly to them and their
All of
cause,
it.
and not
Right.
just to some random person's pocket that's not going to benefit. You know what I'm saying, the culture. So
And whatever percentage
Just a
Target
fact.
is taking.
yeah, and that's
That's
how
a
I
fact.
come.
As long as they got decent customer service, we can make it. We good.
Yup, yup. And speaking of
Black folk
fem,
represent your business though.
yup.
That's how folks steal your business because you don't represent your business and you don't do great customer service a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Brother can't buy a shirt and don't get it for a month. Come on now.
It ain't even Black History Month no more, but I'm still wear it because I'm black all year.
I'm still wearing it when it comes, but I'm just saying, can you
Black
get
all
it to
year,
me?
but
I'm
it's
black all
different.
year, even
I
though
was
I'm light
planning on
skinned.
wearing it to the sipping paint. I'm just saying.
Hey, all
Speaking
right.
of sipping paint, I got some questions later.
Okay,
Yeah,
do your
yeah.
thing.
We
Oh, you
gonna
want
give
you want to do it at backstage, or you want to do it
No,
on
we're
live?
gonna do it so people can know too.
Okay, all right, for sure.
Yeah, you know, we get to
You
shout
do
it
that.
out.
yeah, we'll give
Yeah,
Benji an opportunity to shout out his event he has coming up, so people can be a part of that.
yeah.
People can
We'll
get
make it happen.
yeah get involved, get
Tickets
involved.
or something,
I don't know about that
baby.
dance, but speaking
That's
of
why you ain't getting your shirt.
speaking of celibate, hold on. Speaking of celibate, you know what's coming up? Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
What them
So
Scorpios are made. I see you.
Valentine's Day.
Papa got in them draws on Valentine's Day and
Oh
created a
wow.
Scorpio. I ain't mad at it.
So
We
Valentine's
got
Day,
out to a nice date.
y'all got plans? Cause
Oh yeah, I
let
do.
let me tell you this. Okay, so when I was doing the scheduling for the shows and everything else, I did have one scheduled for the 14th. Just going based off my calendar. Then I, thought about it. I said Valentine's Day. We got to do it on the Wednesday versus a Tuesday because people got dates. You know what I'm saying? And people got, especially, Trisha
Hold on.
Michelle, Benji.
Patricia, you got a date on Tuesday?
I have a date every year, every day of the year with him.
Go on
So
with your damn
Yeah.
self. See,
And
that's why I
see
like you.
and see, I
Good
didn't
job.
know if her man had made plans for them. So I wanted to be respectful, you know what I'm
I
saying, of that
appreciate
day
it,
and make
but
sure that she gets her shine from her man and then
I will
we'll
see him. But we both are working opposite schedules.
okay.
See, there you
Okay.
go. See,
But
that's all right.
you know, it's not. It's the day of consumerism. The love will be shown regardless.
There you go.
So
See, I like that. I like
Well,
that.
so
Well,
Benji, we know you ain't celibate, so what you gonna do? What you doing on Valentine's Day?
oh no, mine is my sip and pay. So that's my Valentine's. Other than that, I'll be working. I told you I shut the roster down. Y'all think I'm playing. I ain't just gonna tell y'all all the details. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna leave you in suspense a little bit. Now,
oh yeah,
now,
sipping paint
Patricia,
though. I
listen.
will be at that.
I will not be clapping no cheeks on February 14th. Okay, if that makes you feel better.
Celibate.
Okay. All right. Listen, we trying to stay saved around here. Okay. All right. But listen, no, mine is my sip and paint. Like that'll be like my dating
Yeah.
experience, so to speak. That'll be like, cause all the homies, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's gonna pull up, all the ladies that I know who told me they gonna pull up, all of that type of stuff.
I'm
So
pulling
that's gonna be like my thing. Other than that, I'll be working and then I'll be getting ready for school real soon. So it's just
up.
like a lot.
Oh,
So
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds good. Like
it
Trisha
is
Michelle
good.
said, for me, it's a commercial holiday. I don't really
Yeah,
participate in it. So, I mean, yeah, you say gifts are given, things are done. Year round. So,
right.
yeah.
it's a day you can get. Like my daughter, especially for her. She's little. She's 11. So pick up her something. Pick up everybody
Mhm.
something. Just because it's that day. But it's not like, ooh, let's go all out. Let's spend all this
Exactly.
money on this day
Right.
Exactly.
because somebody made this day up, it doesn't mean a whole lot to me.
Hmm.
Now, if you want me to cook for you. I got some business things out there. Now, don't go on if you're going on dates, you can still holler at your boy and be
Oh, I
like,
did see
yo,
your advertisement for the little. Yeah, I seen that.
of course. You know what I'm saying?
I
We
did
we
see that.
workers around here.
I
You
did
get what
see
I'm
that.
saying? Your boy got the wine. Your boy got the nude. Some people have already hit me up. We might, be booked a little bit on that day. So that's my thing. Like I ain't trying to be in nobody's draws on that day. So no, I don't want to go. I don't need to go. I ain't interested in you. None of that. All right, just so we clear. No, I don't want to. If you hit me up, no, I'm gonna tell you no. I ain't going.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
busy.
We'll follow up next week after that.
Yeah, that's pretty
Because sounds
pretty
good.
interesting.
Sounds real good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like I said, the most
You know
I
what? I can't
do,
stand both of y'all, but
I,
y'all cool. Y'all
the
cool.
most I do is
Good.
I'll do some cute things for the kids, create them
Yeah.
some little heartfelt stuff, little sentimental stuff, just some little cute, just cause. But outside of that, I'm not like blowing somebody's head off because we didn't go. I didn't get 5, 10 gifts worth
Hold on.
thousands.
You got to be careful with that language. You say blowing somebody's head
Oh my
off, and
bad.
then Valentine's Day. I mean, you know,
I'm just, somebody getting,
you know.
women, we'll say women because it mainly is women. Um,
Well,
Our hell to break loose if they don't get what they want or whatever.
blowing the head off, huh?
And they will. That's it, not that head though. Y'all get it together. Jeez.
Oh man,
This is
see
why
me and Benji.
Benji's celibate, because not a thought goes through his head, just pure.
I'm telling
I
y'all right
mean,
now. Hold on,
listen,
me and Benji as kids, terrible.
yeah,
We were
that's what you
terrible.
know.
We were
Like,
terrible.
yeah, don't tell them all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
The
all
little
the
secret life of
I see, I
Benji.
can't even say that because
Oh man.
all the honeys was on the tip back in the high school,
Oh
junior high, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
In junior high,
Girl, we was popping. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
oh man. Yeah.
that thing
Hey,
deserves some celibacy.
she said.
Lord have mercy.
She said your
You
tread.
just won't leave the celibate part alone.
She
I
said
mean, come
she
on
said your
now.
tread. She said your tread is low. You need to give your time to reset.
Right.
Hey, listen, I ain't blowing no heads on Valentine's Day, so.
You
I
shouldn't be
would
blowing
hope.
no heads at
I
all.
would hope. That's that stud.
Wow.
No. Hold on.
She got the little strap.
Don't the ladies
Wow.
call it giving head too?
She put the
Patricia, don't
strap.
you call
Wow.
it giving head?
She put the strap.
Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna pray for
Okay.
you. I'm
Well,
gonna pray for you.
Did you new year, huh?
okay. Let
What the
me
hell? Hell no. Hell no.
Okay.
That little flick of the wrist. Hell no.
Oh,
I
oh,
like I like vaginas too much, okay? You know what I'm saying? Trust
oh
me,
man.
them
Oh,
things is delicious. They
oh, oh,
scrumptious. They great. No,
Okay.
oh,
We hear you.
oh man.
no,
I
hell
heard it.
no,
I
hell
heard it.
no. Even with my nasal passes dripping, you know what
Oh
I'm saying?
man.
Make sure you hear me clear on this.
Oh, okay. All right. So speaking of knocking boots, I want to talk about some boots, right? Like I saw this pop up on my timeline.
Ugh.
And my people, these are real boots. They actually had
Yes,
Shea
they are real.
Gilgeous Alexander. I think that's his name, the basketball player.
I was gonna
Shea
say he just
Gilgeous.
formed today.
He just wore 'em today.
Who
And I
did?
said it was Shea Gilgeous for
Oh, St. Gildas
Oklahoma.
Alexander. Oh man.
Yeah, he wore these today to the game with some big baggy pants that look like the pants we wore in the '90s
Look at her in them
with the
stupid boots.
starch on them. But these are real boots, y'all. These are Astro Boy boots.
I just want to throw them.
Like
They
I'm
look like
like,
earplugs.
Is Kanye behind this?
no, no.
No,
It's a company.
if Kanye was, it wouldn't be red.
It's called MSCHF brand. I think it's something mischief, but
Mischief.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
mischief brand. And like I saw them and I was like, okay, maybe this is just some fashion week type stuff or some some runway type stuff. No, people are actually wearing these.
Yeah, like
Like
they're selling like people with money.
three
I think
fifty,
like $300 and something for some.
a pair, 350
Yeah,
a pair.
350.
Yep, 350 a pair.
Man,
it
you
might
better
So
make
put
you
that.
taller,
You better
Benji.
put that on the Apple stock. That's at like $89 right now.
It might make
350.
you taller, Benji.
Whoa.
Huh?
It might make you taller.
It might make me taller. Nah, baby, I like being 5'9". Yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine being this height. It keeps people underestimating me, and I love that part of life that you can underestimate me, but I can still reach up there and knock you out.
We're gonna get you some boots. It's okay.
Oh man, epic.
You want me to get the boots? You want me to wear them to the sipping paint? You want me to
I do, so I can clown you the whole night. I'm gonna paint you.
You know what? I just might do that, but they might not come in time. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough time to get them.
Hey, they might can rush order, so
I
never
mean,
know. Go
They're
check out
getting
the
the
site.
orders out right now, fast. They want them out in the world. They want people to wear them,
I
record.
mean, Astro boots. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check them out if I can rock them because they red. You know, I love red. So
Call the number and tell them you represent the Lollipop Guild. They'll
Yes.
send them. They'll send
come
them
on, nah, nah,
quickly
nah, nah, nah.
because
We're doing not the Lollipop Guild. We represent the Lollipop.
little short guys. Tell them you're part of that. They'll send them ASAP.
Right.
I'm gonna check on that. But just so happen if I don't get them, who cares?
All right. So
It's ugly.
yeah,
They,
they're,
they, they are ugly.
They are absolutely ugly.
Why would you tell me to wear them if they ugly? Then
oh man.
Yeah.
So she can flame you. She already said she wanted to roast you.
I
So
just I want to
she
go in
can
there.
do that without me wearing the boots.
So
She
it'll
ain't
oh
been
it'll be
on
man.
talking
that
about
much
celibate.
more.
You just
It'll be
need
just,
you
just
just
that
need some
much
more ammo,
more.
don't you? It's all right.
Oh man.
At least Merlot is being cooperative tonight.
She's the sweetest.
All
So
right. So speaking of wild purchases, this also came up in the past week or so. Beyonce's ticket prices,
Oh,
right? So what is going on with that, right? Now, I'm not a proponent. I'm not, saying it's good, it's bad. I'm not going. I can tell you that.
I ain't going.
I have nothing against Beyonce, but I cannot bring myself to pay, $800-900 for a ticket, $1,000 for a ticket. Not saying anything about the people who choose to. That's your money. You do what
Do what you
you
want to
want to
do.
do
Right.
with it. I'm a huge fan of Wu Tang. If Wu Tang said we're charging $1,000, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna see y'all on YouTube or something
Right.
because I'm not paying it. I just
Right.
refuse to pay that much money for an experience, right? Like,
Well, from my
especially a
understanding,
concert.
she does a little bit of, you know,
Well,
extra.
I mean,
You know what
she
I'm
she
saying?
she puts on the show, bruh. But
Yes.
for
From what I
me,
understand.
I'm a
If it's
music lover.
anything like a Janet Jackson concert, it is well worth if you get called up on the stage.
That's what I was just gonna say. Now, but no, but if I pay $1,000, I want to be guaranteed to be called up on the stage.
but
I
so,
don't,
so
I
look,
mean, yeah, I would agree, but her show,
there's
Janet
myth
Jackson
behind the
show,
ticket prices. So
yeah, but
she
so
had ways you were supposed to sign up as a verified beehive whatever with Ticketmaster ahead of time into the
mm,
group for the concert that you wanted to go to. If you did, you would get an email that tells you when to go in and get your tickets, which went on sale yesterday. So
okay,
my friend was in there, and they weren't crazy. Like,
prices.
yeah, the
They were
prices
down to
were
like
not crazy.
$250,
She
right?
said like to be like right before you're down below, it was like three something per
it's
Yeah,
ticket.
not bad.
yeah,
It's not
So
bad.
not bad at all. But
Not bad.
right.
these people
I
already
saw
got
that
a hold
also
of
as
all
well.
those tickets and they're reselling them already. You can't resell them on Ticketmaster. She blocked that and Ticketmaster did. But you got StubHub. Them tickets were that my friend bought for 300. Those tickets are $5,000 right now.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
we're trying to resell. So she wasn't that bad. You could go. Nosebleed was 140. But there was at first when it first opened, they were like 65. So you could have got in, but you had to have been in, like
Yeah.
in there
right.
on it.
And those tickets probably gone already.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
did some more today. They opened. She's opening up in waves. So if you had a Citibank card, today was your day to do whatever. Like so, she's trying
Oh,
to get it to people. Um, I think if you have Verizon on the 9th, you can go in and go through Verizon to get the tickets through Ticketmaster. She's trying,
You know
but
what's crazy?
that's a
This
lot.
is this is crazy that people have to go through this because when you talk about reselling, you talk about a lot of different stuff, especially like with sneakers. Like with these sites like Nike and all these other retailers, they have to go through these crazy measures to keep the bots from buying up shoes because what I'm saying they resell for double the value and things of that nature. So reselling, people make a living at it.
off a reseller. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Right,
no
four
doubt. If you
tickets is
can
nine thousand
get those
dollars.
tickets for $300 and then resell them joints. Oh, no. I mean, who
My
wouldn't?
other friend, she bought an extra four today to resell those to make up for the money she spent on the other ones. But she not gonna sell them for crazy, but she was like, I'm making up and make some profit and whatever, and I'm cool. Like,
I
it's just,
dig it.
she
I
not a
dig the
bot
hustle.
though, but imagine the people that are bots. That they down there selling them tickets for up to $9,000 on the ground right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And somebody's gonna buy him.
She
Trust.
just came from Dubai and made $45 million. So
Yeah, somebody's gonna buy them. So hey, like I said, no knock to anybody that's gonna pay the resale price. You know what I'm saying? I hope you get your money's worth and the enjoyment of it. But yeah,
I was working, so I ain't going.
resale
I
is
ain't
getting out
going
of
in.
it's getting out of hand.
I'm
Nah,
not a Beyonce fan, so
I am. I'm sorry, but I'm not no crazy beehive person.
yeah,
But I
I
do
enjoy her
need to
music.
see her one good time in my lifetime. You know?
I think you should. I think you should if you really enjoy a certain artist. I think you should take the time to, what I'm
go to
saying,
their concert.
to go to a concert at least one time
Yeah,
because I wasn't a huge concert goer until the past maybe 5 years,
Yes,
and I've gotten a chance to see everybody on my bucket list pretty much.
I gotta go
yeah,
see
that's
Usher.
that's dope.
That's a
So
must.
yeah.
Usher.
So and you know
I
what?
need to
I
see Kendrick Lamar, so I've been slipping.
Yeah.
I've been slipping. So
Yeah, and see, I like to see some of the larger audiences. I mean, the larger artists when they in smaller venues, right? So, like, I got a chance to see Pusha T when he was at the House of Blues, which is generally a smaller venue,
Hmm.
but the show is a lot different, right?
Yeah,
right.
When you see them in a smaller venue, like me and Benji have talked about before, when you go to see a comedian at at a smaller venue versus at a stadium, like it's just a different feel.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I'm into the small venue, not really into the stadium type deals.
A small venue is dope.
Yeah,
It's more intimate. The
yeah,
big
yeah.
ones,
The House of Blues up into a couple, and it has been the best or better versions of a concert that I've gone to. So
yeah. They
yeah.
had that thing rocking. So
Mhm.
those are my things. But hey, you going to the Beyonce concert, on the Beyonce tour? Hey, enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be careful,
Don't
and
risk eviction notice.
yeah, make the best of it because you never know when the opportunity is gonna come around again. So.
For sure.
All right. So speaking of great opportunities, we got some sports to talk to you about for a minute. We're gonna take a
Yeah,
little
let's
break from
get
the
you.
action. Now we're gonna get back to some other topics, but we're gonna take a little short sports break because y'all know the fire session loves sports. So we can't do a hot topic deal without
Yeah,
talking about some
yeah,
sports
yeah.
hot topics. So
Oh, look at her. Now she gonna dance.
yeah,
Okay, go
so
on. You
we
deserve
know what this is going on. So
It's
we
okay.
know what we
It's all
gotta
right.
talk
Go on
about
dance. Go on dance.
is we got the Super Bowl coming
Here
up.
we
We got the
go.
Philly Eagles and
Okay.
we got the
Tony.
KC Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Trisha Michelle is a huge Philly Eagles fan. So
Boo.
congrats to her and her squad. We
We
also
was
have
robbed. We was bamboozled, I tell you.
we also have two amazing quarterbacks that'll be at the head of those teams.
Two
Texas
brothers.
boys, two Texas guys, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, Jalen and Patrick Mahomes.
Texas Tech.
So
Huh?
so those guys are from I think White House, Texas and Channelview, Texas.
Hmm.
So
Young
that's
black
what yep,
quarterbacks.
and they're both brothers. So you know what I'm
There
saying.
you
Shout
go.
out
I
to
dig
them.
that.
So I'm
Dig
looking
that.
forward to a good game. But we know who Trisha Michelle has. We know who Benji has. We know Benji's not going to cheer for Philly.
Right.
No, Patricia will tell you.
I can attest
Although
to
I
this too.
booed her team, I think Philly has the better team.
Hmm. They definitely do.
Defensively, I think they can get after one leg Mahomes, probably better than most of the other team that they played so far. So the only way I see Philly losing is if
Don't say the
something.
statement. Don't say it. Don't you jinx my team. Because
This
I
is
read
after
your
you have
message.
messed with me for
I read your
celibacy
message in
for
my
about
inbox and I
half
couldn't
of the
like it.
show.
I couldn't like your message because at the end was jinxing my team. The statement was the only way I see it if
Oh,
blank
so that got
happens.
on
I
your
said,
nerves a little bit there,
up,
huh? Oh, I
up.
see. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So we're gonna go on it. But no, listen.
I
I
can't
think
even like
Philly
the
wins the
statement.
game because their defense is going to get after Mahomes.
Okay.
But KC got that experience in that thing, man. I hope Jalen Hurts ready for that.
He ready.
I don't have a pick. I just want to see a good game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I hate seeing games of this magnitude, last game of the
Oh,
year, and then it turns out to be a flop or a blowout. Like
right.
I don't want to see a blowout. I want
Like
to
a
see a
seven
competitive
three,
game.
7-14 type of game,
Well,
all defense.
if it's competitive, all defense, I got that. But I don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, when the Cowboys back in the heyday when the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl, they beat somebody 52-7 in the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
yeah, no,
Niners over the Broncos type experience,
Like
huh?
no, no.
I don't want to see a blowout. So
Right.
hopefully we see a good game
It's gonna be a
and
great game.
be
We're
able to
gonna
enjoy
win.
ourselves, be able to enjoy the food and the parties that people have on Super Bowl Sunday.
Well,
And
I want to bet on the game, so I'm waiting for the betting line to come out this week. So uh, I want to be in
Tiana,
on that.
she's going for the Eagles. She just don't know it.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Tiana.
Don't
Get
tempt
under
her.
her skin. Yeah.
It's
well,
all love.
but you know what
Our
we
team's
talked
gonna win though.
we talked about the two quarterbacks being black guys when we call them brothers, but there's also some other brothers that are playing in that Super Bowl against each other. That's
Yeah,
the
the
Kelsey Bowl.
HBCU
Yes,
guys.
Kelsey
That's the
brother.
And you know what? You know what? Before this they got to this point, I've kind of kept up with them, and they have a podcast as well,
They
and
do.
their podcast is amazing. It's actually amazing. They do a really good job. It's very entertaining. So I got a chance. I gravitated to them before they got to the Super Bowl point. So they're actually good guys, man, and
Yeah,
I'm
we like
happy to see something like that happen to good people. And their mom, she has this amazing jersey with part
with
of one
both.
jersey and
It's
part of the
dope.
other jersey. It's dope. But
Great.
as a parent, that is an amazing accomplishment to say you have two boys and they both are in the Super Bowl competing against each other. Like, what are the odds?
Either way it goes, she winning.
Like, but do you understand
That's crazy. Oh, I know.
the odds of you having one child that makes professional sports, but you got two?
And then on top of the two that made it, the
Then they
both.
made it to the highest level of the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
like, I
She's
mean, hey, if she's a lottery player, she might want to play the lottery. Even though
gonna
her
say
sons are
she's gonna
millionaires, her sons are both millionaires and very well paid.
Right.
Hey, play the lottery because obviously you got
Travis Kelsey can ball. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
both of
It's
them.
just
they
he can
both
ball.
can.
Both of them can ball.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Both of them, I'd say Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think that's a legitimate thing. I think they'll both end up in the Hall of Fame, and that's crazy in itself to have two
That too.
brothers checking off all these things, and and they'll make it to Canton. You know what I'm saying? So Leroy Wood say, I hope she gets to flip the coin
I
during the Super Bowl.
know.
That would be an awesome
I
moment.
really hope
You know what?
so. I do.
That'd be pretty dope.
That would be an awesome moment. They ran George Bush out there, and he couldn't flip the coin. So
It would be dope if they
it
allowed
can't
her
be
to flip the coin.
it can't be any
It
worse.
was a
'Cause-
struggle, huh?
Yeah, did y'all? I don't know if y'all remember that. It's a few years ago. They ran George Bush out there to flip
Yeah,
the coin.
the
George,
pops.
Yeah.
pops,
The
and
older
his
pops.
thumb wasn't working that day, so he couldn't flip the coin, and it was crazy.
Little
And
arthritis.
yeah, everybody was like, "Wait a minute, the coin didn't get flipped. It landed on here, but it didn't flip." So the other team was like, "Say, man, like you didn't flip the coin."
So get somebody else to do it because this is not it.
I'm gonna have to pull that. I'm gonna have to pull that sound effect because I love it. Get somebody else to
That
do it.
statement is, you know how often I use it unintentionally? Like,
Oh man,
it just
that's
goes
amazing.
for so many things. Even
Internet
to my
gold. Internet gold. All right. Well, we got one more topic on the NFL, and we're gonna go here because this kind of shocked me a little bit. Sean Payton to the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Payton to the Broncos. That kind of, as the old school people used to say, I'm gonna use a word that's hardly ever used, befuddled.
Okay.
I was befuddled. I was like, of course, me being a Cowboys fan, I thought we were gonna be able to snatch him up because
Yeah, I actually thought he was going to go to the Cowboys, but
and I'm like, what? To the Broncos? But get this. Remember, he's going and his quarterback is Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of people were saying Russ was washed, and some people were saying he wasn't washed. It was the coaching
I don't
that
know
was
which
and
Nathaniel
the
Hackett
concept.
was a terrible offensive
So,
coach.
so
He
Will,
used not he it was crazy listening to Richard Sherman talk about Russell Wilson and that situation. because he was like, did the offense, did they watch any other Seattle games and run any other plays that they knew Russell Wilson was successful at while he was in Seattle? And it just blew your mind. And when you start watching it from that perspective, the coaches just didn't put the man in position to be successful a lot of times. And it was telling.
I think you're going to see a complete resurgence because you got to look
Oh
at
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
if you look at Drew Brees and what Drew Brees did and the offense he ran under Sean Payton, yeah, Russell Wilson has the same skill set.
Yes, a lot of
yeah,
bootlegs, a lot of rollouts.
yeah.
Like you got to put Russ in those positions. Say what you
Let
want.
Russ- let
He
Russ
is
do what
a
Russ
system
does.
type of quarterback. Say what you want, but he's been in a system with Pete Carroll for what was he there 10 plus years?
He was there for a while.
So,
yeah. I think you're going to see a resurgence in his
You're gonna
career.
see a
But
different.
I was just shocked.
No, you're gonna see the rest we know.
I was shocked though. Sean Payton to the Broncos. That's just weird.
it was speculation. It was talk.
It was weird.
Colin Cowherd mentioned it one time, and he thought maybe he wouldn't go, but he was hearing rumblings because of all the stuff that they were passing out information about Russell Wilson. So it was a little weird. I thought maybe he probably would have like backed off of it because of all the stuff he was hearing. But I think it's a good spot. You got a good wide receiver core. That O-line is trash. But they aren't terrible on offense. They got Cortland at receiver. They got Judy. They got some pieces there. They got the tight end there. I believe they got Fantz. Can't remember who the tight end is.
I think they'll be fine.
Be proper coaching.
They got pieces there for them to put it together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to them. Good luck to them. Except if they're playing Philly, the 49ers, or the Cowboys, they're going to take an L. But other than that, you can beat the rest of the NFL. That's just the way it goes. All right.
Hey, by the way, Patricia, if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, y'all would have lost.
That is not a fact. I'm sorry. That is not a fact. We would have still won.
Listen, the 49ers took an L. And
they did, but I'm just saying.
They joined everyone else on the couch, and they'll be looking at the Super Bowl on a nice TV, I'm pretty sure. So, let me say this. If you still have one of those big screen TVs with the tube in it, you know what I'm saying? From back in the day, or the projector, don't invite me over. Don't invite me over, right?
Yes, please.
If you invite me over, I'm gonna come and get a plate and then say, you know what? I got my mom had called, and then I gotta go.
Plate because if they got that old TV there,
no. That's what I was finna say. Because what if it's an older lady or one of the deacons from church, and his wife be cooking some banging food, but that TV
elbow fat into them greens.
That TV you stick around. You be like, say, man, after the first quarter, I got to dip.
You know what? That is true because that's probably what kept him around. The food, not the TV. That is very true.
Yeah,
you get that plate.
Hey, man, because my eyes can't do it.
If it's Deacon Leroy, okay, I agree with you, Ken. Okay,
yeah, I can't. My eyes can't do it. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I got HD eyes now. I can't go back. I can't go back and look at the TV like that, man. Sorry. All right.
HD high definition has spoiled us. High resolution.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Don't mess with them if it ain't it.
Man, I look at the game on my phone before I look at it on one of those big projection TVs. I'm done, bro. So, all right, let's skip over to the NBA. We had another surprising move that was a big surprise to me because guess what? I'm in Dallas. I'm a fan of all Dallas franchises, and to see this, I was shocked.
I was too.
What?
I was too.
Kyrie in Dallas. He going to get a shag. He gonna get a shag haircut.
I seen that.
I can see it now.
Look,
I can see it now. He's going to get a shag. Kyrie, if you need the shag, I got some guys that'll come to your spot and give you the cleanest Dallas shag you ever have. But yeah, I was surprised by that because I ain't gonna lie to you.
For sure going to LA.
Every time we land a named guy, it's usually past his prime. Like every time somebody come to Dallas is big name, they're usually past their prime.
And I like Kyrie. So
I do too.
I was like, so this question has been though, is he gonna stay? That's the question.
I don't think he stays.
My thing is,
I think ultimately his goal is to go to LA.
I,
I
I
think
mean, yeah,
ultimately he goes to LA.
it,
I think he to get out from under all of the Nets drama. I think he got himself out of there.
he
He
needed
knew to
to.
create another issue, asking for a trade. Of course, we know some of the underlying stuff. He had an issue with Joe Tsai because Joe Tsai has Alibaba supports um,
Yeah,
slaves and
Mm,
torture of Muslims
it's crazy.
in China.
Yeah,
So he has an. I can see that he talks about it where he felt uncomfortable, certain things, and while they was grilling him about his anti-Semitic stuff and all of that, you come to find out what these companies that these owners own and that they support, and then it changes your whole perspective on everything. So, but again, I ultimately think he wants to go to LA unless that boy and Luca get up there and them boys get to the finals and win it, which I think they can because who in the West is dominant right now?
well, yeah, they got and they adding Kyrie to Luca, Christian Wood,
it's
Tim
a good
Hardaway
move.
Jr. Like they
Right,
got a good core of people. They just needed another scorer.
right.
Hmm.
So and Kyrie can definitely
Consistent
do that.
score.
He's
Yeah,
looking for a home,
yeah.
and that's what it really is. Lakers.
Right.
He if he makes his way around to the Lakers, I don't think it'll be Wallace Lakers LeBron.
Yeah, and that's going
So
to be the other thing because people think they can recreate the magic that they had at
yeah,
Cleveland, and they're
I
different
mean, I
players
think
now.
it's more so Kyrie and Anthony. Well, AD can't street clothes. He can't stay
Yeah, I was
healthy.
gonna say street
But
clothes,
I think
aka the
that
medical
combo
man.
is more along what I would be looking
Kyrie
for
needs
from an
somebody
owner.
somewhere where they're gonna treat him right with respect.
And
Right.
Mark Cuban loves his players, so that's the only
But
upside
Mark
I
Cuban is
see.
Jewish too, right?
Yeah, but Mark Cuban has been very, I guess, transparent
Right.
with everything that he does, and yeah, I mean, he's the kind of guy who he just says what he wants to say. I mean, he's a billionaire. Like, I mean,
Right.
what is somebody gonna come after him for what he's saying? No,
Right.
but I think he's been great with his players, and I think he has a great track record with players. So, I mean, Kyrie could possibly stay. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, depending
I
on how
hope
the
so.
season goes.
Honestly, I really hope the best
Yeah.
with this move for him and his career.
I don't think it's a good environment for him.
Hmm.
Dallas is not it's not LA, but it's a great
It's a good
area.
market.
It's a
Dallas
good
is a good
market.
market.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think it works for him, and he's a good. He's high on my peace, and you know what I'm saying, and
Hmm.
I think he'll be fine in the Dallas area.
I
So
want to see how he works there with the liberal folk there. I want that'll be interesting when Kyrie does his Kyrie thing because the boy will take off for
well,
like a
I
month
I think
and
with
I tell
him.
you where he at.
No, I think with him also having Jason Kidd, which somebody mentioned in the comment with Jason Kidd there, that makes a big difference for these guys when
Right,
you have a player like Jason Kidd that's now a coach and he's
right,
so
Yeah.
well respected in the league and in league history and they know what he did as a guard. So when
right.
you come and you play for guys like that, it's a different connection that those players have. So, it's going to be totally different from when he was up under Jock Vaughn. So,
I would agree. I
yeah,
would
it's
agree.
going to be
I
different.
think this
Jason Kidd
fits
has
his
that
career.
championship pedigree, so
Yeah. So I mean, and quite honestly, let's just look at it. All intensive things. Numbers out the way from what we saw from Jason Kidd. He was one of the best point guards the league has ever seen.
right,
So it's kind of hard not to take something from him and not to learn it. Also, the Mavs have God Shamgod, which if you're a basketball head, Providence. You know what I'm saying. His
right.
history. One of the greatest ball handlers the game has seen that didn't make it to a high level, but he's taught so many how to handle the ball. Like he's a Mavs
It
coach.
was before his time.
Yeah, he's a Mavs
Shamgar
coach.
was
So
before his time. If he
yeah,
would have
so
been playing in today's NBA, he'd have been he'd have been top notch because the
yep,
handles was sick
yeah,
way back when.
way back then.
Basketball ain't the same.
Yeah,
We
but
all
he
know
he was way ahead of
Right.
his time, and those coaches back then didn't know what to do with that. So now everybody's doing his move, and everybody's dribbling the way he dribbled back then, 20 years
that.
ago.
Hmm.
Right.
So,
Right.
but speaking of spectacular, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about for a second the All-Star weekend. For us, you know what I'm saying, when
Which
we
KD is not playing in now.
he shouldn't be. So
You said who isn't?
KD,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
he's out. So
Yeah.
okay.
does that put Joel Embiid now as your starter?
I thought you said AD. Okay, you said
Oh
KD.
no.
Okay,
KD. KD
yeah.
is out of he's not playing in the All-Star game. I read it
Yeah.
today. I think he's out.
Well, I mean,
Look
they
at
have,
Curry. That's my guy. Go ahead,
yeah,
Curry.
I think
yeah,
he's still hurt, or they
Oh,
probably working on a trade or some drama after all of that. But
probably so.
I know.
Probably so, but I think these starters are pretty much spot on. Now the reserves were up for question. Some of the reserves, some of the guys that made it, and some of the guys that didn't.
who's on
But
your reserve list you
Yeah.
don't think should have made it, kid?
I didn't pull it. I didn't pull it. It was too much to go
Okay.
into. But I just was like,
That's a nice little
yeah. I
matchup.
mean, these guys who are starters, you
Yeah.
you can't really argue with it.
No, you
You know what I'm
Yeah.
can't.
At
saying?
all.
Like you can't really argue with it. Like
I
these
think
guys,
Embiid should be as a star. Of course, Jason Tatum should be a starter. I just,
Of
yeah.
throw that
course.
out.
These guys
Celtics.
are okay. But I got a quick question. Quick question because Benji's a Celtics fan. Is Jason Tatum a star or is he a superstar?
I think he's a star, this close to superstar,
That's
Okay.
exactly how I feel.
because you can't have that last game he had in the finals play that bad and be a superstar.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was like you trying to get there, you're trying to reach it. And then on top of that, for Jaylen Brown to drop 30 that game, that last game against G State, that's what a superstar does. Like, and I know JT was hurt a little bit, had a little shoulder problem. You could see it when he was playing, whatever. But you can't have that type of game. What was it? 4 points. He was terrible in that final game. You can't do that and be called a superstar.
And I
So I say he's a star, but he's like this close because you can't stop the boy. Only he can stop himself.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely riding the fence of superstar. Like
Okay.
he's
Right.
right there.
Yeah, I
He ain't
definitely
reached
agree.
Paul Pierce status yet.
I definitely agree with that statement. So, we're on the same page with that. All right. So, y'all know we can't talk about the NBA without talking about the best player, you know what I'm saying, statistically, still playing the game. And
Hmm.
that's
The
Mr. LeBron
GOAT.
James.
Is he? He's playing tonight, right? Did he get it yet?
Yeah, no, he's playing tonight. He's got to go for 36. Will he go for 36?
Of
Ooh,
course.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, against
I,
He brought
OKC.
everybody out. He intends on going for it.
Yeah, so I mean, he could possibly get it tonight, and people have been joking all day. Said he better get it tonight because he wants to get it and win. You don't want to get it and then take a L, but which you play the Bucks next, and you're probably gonna get an L when you play Milwaukee. So yeah, LeBron James, go ahead and knock that 36 off tonight. Go for 40 again. Make it monumental. Go ahead and
Right.
knock off 40 with a triple double, and you know what I'm saying, get the record. But I think with all of this record talk, and Benji just said he's the GOAT. I don't agree when people
I
say
give
he's the
Kareem
GOAT,
GOAT status because of
and I
his
don't give
longevity, and of
Kareem
course,
I don't give
ring, all
Kareem
that
the
type of
GOAT
stuff.
because of longevity. I think when you're talking about body of work, yeah, they have tremendous bodies of work. And when people talk about guys going into the basketball Hall of Fame, that's just what it is, the basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So when you mention the greatest player of all time, then
All time.
I think you got to go with Kareem because when you talk about high school, college, pros, like he checked all the boxes. He won at every single level there
Right.
is to win at. And, that's what you kind of got to look at. So for me,
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, I think LeBron is the greatest player right now, but my GOAT is always going to be Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Mike, if I look at it like this, if I had to pick a guy to say, okay, go and win me a game, that's Mike, because I know he's not going to lose. He's not going to lose that game.
Patricia,
I
who's
don't.
your GOAT?
It is Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Oh Lord, I got two Jordan fans on here. Good
yeah. Lose
grief.
that game. Like he is that guy, and he's that guy, and he's still going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
He's not.
Jordan.
he did
And then
it.
I'm a
I
Kobe
mean,
fan.
he did
And
it. He did
you
it
know,
when Akeem wasn't around. So I mean, I mean, you know, he would have took an L against the
He
Rockets.
did. He did it a lot when Akeem was in the league. He did it 6 times. He had 2 3-peats during the time Akeem was in the league. So I think that stands for something.
They would have took an L to that Rockets team.
Well, my thing that puts him over, and I tell people this all the time. My thing that I like for Jordan over the other guys is he isn't the biggest. He isn't the is there any of that, and he dominated the game from a guard position. Generally, the game is dominated by bigger, stronger guys, right? When you look at the GOATs of basketball and people talk about, you talk about Wilt, you talk about Kareem, you talk about LeBron. These guys are huge guys.
They are.
Who are, who like LeBron. Let's keep it honest. LeBron right now in 2023, he can score at such a high clip because you can't touch him. You can't put your hand on him. There's no hand checking. So when people say, oh, he's a pass first guy scoring, he's never been pass first. This guy's been scoring 20 plus games since high school.
Since high school, yeah.
So this pass first narrative.
He's just a consistent scorer.
He's a willing passer. And people say, guys like Kareem or guys like Jordan didn't pass. They didn't have to. They played in a system where now it's free flow. It's basketball. Basically,
it's one-on-one.
That's a very true statement right there.
Basically, the NBA is playing rec ball. You're playing rec ball. It's a lot of individual one-on-one ball.
Very true.
When you got a guy that's 6'9", 270 pounds, can take off and just go down the paint, he's going to either one get fouled or he's going to complete the bucket or both.
And that's how they play.
If you Giannis, you're just jumping over everybody.
But see, and that's the argument I made with some people before. If you're gonna say all Giannis does is run and dunk, well, that's all LeBron does too.
I mean, LeBron got some more to his game.
He's added that, but look at where LeBron is in his career. Young LeBron didn't have that like that. I was gonna say
young LeBron would just.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta remember, Giannis is still young. Giannis is still.
I don't think he'll ever hit threes at a high clip.
Well, he doesn't have to. Like
I know, I agree.
You adapt your game to what has to be. So when they talk about Jordan, they say Jordan didn't shoot great from the three. He didn't have to shoot.
Yeah,
his game was mids. His game was mid. So, and I'll say this and I'll move on from it. When people talk about Jordan couldn't compete in today's league, then why is DeMar DeRozan killing the league?
Anybody who say that, they crazy.
DeMar DeRozan is killing the league with with a similar game to what Michael Jordan had, and he is very productive.
I feel like when people say
anybody saying Jordan still be playing these young kids.
It's a hater statement, nonetheless. It's a Jordan Hayden statement when people say that. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
To say that is foolishness. Okay, like he can definitely compete in this league.
So Leroy would say he is 28 points away from breaking the record. So
yeah, I just followed it on Bleacher Report.
Yeah,
I mean he might not break this record tonight, y'all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's going to be tonight or Thursday. So this week he'll break the record.
When do they go back to LA
on a winning game? But we'll see.
That's why I was saying he got a chance to maybe break it tonight with a dub, but
the ticket prices in OKC are astronomical.
The ticket prices, period. Just trying to catch him on this right now.
Yeah, just to say you were in the house. Yeah. I pay, I'm like, see that type of stuff. I'm not into.
That's rich people stuff.
I'm not into paying $1,000 for a ticket just to say I was in the house that day.
But see, there's a difference though. That's memorabilia. Like, you know about sports memorabilia, bro. Those moments become crazy because when they do it, there's if you have some good memorabilia, like a ticket stub is not going to do it for you, right?
No, but
you're going to have to.
Bro, somebody just sold the sand Tom Brady was talking on.
Tom Brady stand at the beach.
Well, that's somebody who's an idiot. So
somebody bought it, fam.
That's what I'm saying. The person who bought it is an idiot.
It was almost 100,000 or almost $1 million.
It was close to 100,000.
It was okay. I'm like, it was up there.
That might have been that sand that Tom Brady actually had. Like he actually had it. Like there was a video of him collecting sand on a beach, and that might have been that actual sand that he had. Now, if that's the case, I ain't buying it. But I see why that person did that. But just some random person saying, "Hey, I got this sand," nah, not doing it.
Yeah, it was a person that matched the background, found where he was at, took a picture right there to let people know with the sand that he collected. Like, look, guys, I was here collect. This is where he was at. Here's
That's
the
whack.
sand. Brady sat his ass cheeks here.
Whack. That's the equivalent
Hey,
of a grown person smelling the couch when somebody gets up. That's not. It's not
ugh,
gonna work.
ugh.
Hey, some of y'all know when y'all was little, y'all used to smell couches. Yeah, I posted that
Ugh,
before, and a lot of y'all agreed that y'all used to do that type of stuff. So
That's
ugh,
disgusting.
yeah, they smelled couches when they was little. So yeah.
ugh.
Speaking of wild stuff, we're gonna move on from the NBA, and I got a question. Would you become a professional slapper? Right?
No, I'm good. I have a
No,
problem
but I
with people
slapped
touching my
heaven.
baby soft skin. So no, I couldn't do it, man.
Did you see this slap though with this guy? Like,
Yes.
oh my god! And his face
Good.
got like that from the
His
slaps.
his face looked like it's about to melt off,
It looks
and
like he got temporary no
He
clothes.
got the ish slapped out of him.
that's multiple slaps from a guy with a huge hand. He probably gonna have CTE, but I've seen more of those videos lately, and it's a real thing. Like they have professional slap leagues.
The
These
videos are
guys,
getting more and more abundant now.
yeah,
Yes.
they get paid on the average 10,000 per event,
Okay,
like for the winner
so can you have your baby mama on there?
That's abuse, sir. That's
I mean, this is abuse too.
that's not no. That's like boxing. You know, two guys duking it out. Like you can't
Like,
have no dude on there slapping his baby mama. That's not gonna work. That's
would
abuse,
you
sir. You could go ahead and do it, and then as soon as you walk off that stage, you walk right into a cop car.
right into the cuffs? Just boom.
Just go
I'm
ahead and duck
told us,
on
sir.
into that cop car,
All
cause
right, brothers.
that's
I was trying to look out for y'all to see if y'all can
nah.
get your baby mama on there and earn your $10,000. Both of y'all thought maybe, but obviously you can't, man.
Nah,
So,
some of these baby mamas might smack the ish out of them, so
Look,
they might actually
she tired.
lose.
Little stuff go flying off that stage. She tired.
Yeah,
right,
yeah. So I mean, it might not go the way they think it's gonna go.
right.
Then you done took a L, and she got $10,000,
All that.
and she won't let you see your kid.
But I can't do it, man. Like, do you realize the dudes that's there and how you getting slapped, man? Like you can't move or nothing. You just gotta stand there and get slapped.
Yeah, they have that thing that you got to grab now, and it's like a pole
So
thing.
you
You
gotta
put it
be
behind
there
your
like
back.
this,
Well, they have some of them have the
like you
thing
got the
on the.
horns on the altar,
Yep.
like you can't move.
Then
Yeah.
some of them have like a stick thing you hold behind your back, and you tense
Mhm.
up, and you have to slap, and then you have people behind them, well ready to catch them like the deacons at the church when you got the Holy Ghost.
'Cause they be going down.
Hey man, it is the most beautiful moment in the world to hear that sound and to see them faint, just because they got the crap
I
knocked
just
out of them.
cannot understand who even thought of this.
I don't know. I love it.
Dana
Where did
White,
it originate from? He said, "I love it."
I
No.
love it.
Dana White,
I love to
Dana
see
White,
people.
Really?
because Eddie Hearn is on. Of course he's a promoter for boxing, Eddie Hearn, and he's on there talking about it, about how abusive it is. And of course, to
Mhm.
me, I think that's promo back and forth. You know, he's talking about it, talking it up. Da, 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 da. More people go watch it because Eddie Hearn mentions it. But I think Dana White created it because, I mean, they call him a revolutionary. So he's like, hey, you know what? We're going to create this little snap thing. And a lot of people are against it, so to speak. But it's making money and people actually watching it.
Maybe
It's
somebody would slap the snot out of you.
it's entertaining, bro.
I
Like
mean, you know what?
to see people doing dumb stuff, and they
I,
and for my
ain't nobody
entertainment, go
finna
right
slap
ahead.
no snot out of me. I'm gonna keep blowing it until it's gone. I'm gonna
Wow,
take some Benadryl when I go home.
whoa,
There you go,
Oh man,
baby.
you know what? How
There
did I
you
let
go.
man? You know what? I can't mess with y'all, man.
oh man,
I
whoa,
can't mess with y'all. I need
yeah.
listen. I know what would get rid of my allergies right now. So I'm gonna work on that as soon as I get to the crib. You know what I'm saying? I just need to put my face in something and I'll
Oh,
be
you're
all
not at home. I'm like to the crib.
Oh man,
I forgot.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. I know I'm not at home. We new studio. I'm right up the street from my house. All of that type of stuff. So we're gonna literally open this room up so people can come do their own podcast. There's no people don't do it in Chino. So we're gonna if we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be super dope.
Okay,
Facts.
I see the vision.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes,
Write the
yes.
vision,
We're gonna
make it
make it super
plain.
dope. Super dope.
All right.
There's some plans and stuff are surrounding it. So and it all came. It's all coming together like butt cheeks. So it's gonna be dope.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Yeah.
you want to?
Okay, yeah, but
Say
we gon'
say say
we
say say something. Say
hold on.
something. Say something else.
We gonna go ahead and detour away from this here. Yeah. Okay,
You know
so
what? I worry about y'all mentally
s-
sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
so yeah.
All right, bring him back in. Bring him
Yeah,
back in.
yeah. Let's get back on track here. Yeah. So I posted some crazy stuff on Facebook as I always do. So I took this post and we're gonna talk about it for a minute. If a cosmetically challenged individual tells you that you're beautiful or handsome, does it count? So that's meaning if an ugly person compliments you, does it hold the same weight as if a person
Again,
is
you
beautiful or
finally said it. You
handsome?
said ugly.
You
I'm
know
just
Now
what?
saying
again,
that's
Patricia,
the
we gotta.
layman's term. That's the
You know
layman's
what?
term for it, man.
He said it, Patricia.
No,
But
listen. Look, if this ugly
mugly is the
person,
word, though.
if this ugly person feels that they feel like they're beautiful, and then they come tell you you're beautiful, then you're amazingly beautiful. So I'll take it because their standard, like I gotta be up there all the way, all the way.
Well, this is how ugly dudes pull
But that don't mean
pretty
I want to
girls.
talk to you though.
But does it
This is
hold
how
the
ugly
same
dudes
weight?
pull pretty
Does it hold the
girls.
same
Because a
weight
lot
though?
of ugly dudes are confident, and sometimes the prettiest girls aren't that confident. So if you got your game together, if you slick Willie with the tongue game, you know what I'm saying? You can talk a rock off a cliff. It's easy work. But I'll say this: more ugly girls hit on me than pretty girls.
Because we don't need to hit on anybody.
Facts.
I mean, no, that's not necessarily true.
No, we don't though. So I don't.
Beautiful girls do hit on.
Per
Beautiful
Less,
girls shoot
she
their shot.
less
she mean
likely,
she means it per capita. Like as a whole,
less
like you're not gonna see
likely.
the most beautiful women like going after dudes.
We're
Yeah,
less
they just not doing
likely
it.
to be out there
Yeah.
trying to
And if
fool somebody.
and if they're going after a dude, rest assured that dude is probably that 1%. That's what
Right.
she's targeting that guy. She's not
To-
targeting Joe Blow.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
But ugly women will shoot their shot
They have
like
nothing to lose.
quick. They
Right.
they
Like, why wouldn't you?
they
They
will
have
they will come
nothing
at
to
you
lose.
quick.
They have nothing to lose with stud
Encourage
bop.
them. Encourage them to, get out there.
I
Yeah.
mean, no,
They have
I encourage
nothing.
you to do nothing. All my responses are no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. All
That's
right.
what you say.
All
And
right.
that's what I've been saying.
All right.
No.
I'm gonna need some past evidence.
Some
Mm-hmm.
past evidence. No, I told you we don't we shut it all down. Like I keep you don't believe me, but it's
Mm-mm.
okay though.
I don't. I don't. I believe that you may not be moving through the same crowd, but you have moved down the line.
Wow. In the words of Jay-Z, we don't believe you. You need more people.
you know. But
No,
yeah.
I'm
So does it
serious.
make it?
I'm
Does the
serious.
state? Does the statement? Does it stick when it comes from an ugly person? I take.
Uh,
I don't think it.
I think it hurts worse.
I don't think it holds the same weight. I just don't because if somebody
I
beautiful,
think when an ugly person compliments you, it hurts a little bit more
You
because
know, if a compliment for me is a compliment, it is. I'm not gonna be offended or intrigued, um, based off of how they look. I really don't care because if I'm not gonna talk to you regardless. Like unless I really was interested in you. So it doesn't matter how the compliment comes from what the face looks like, but your odds don't increase or decrease because it would take me to actually like you anyway. So
may the odds be in your favor.
I
Exactly.
mean, ugly girls treat you good though. I gotta
I'm
say
sure
that.
you would know.
If
I thought
you,
you don't mess with them.
I don't. I'm just saying. Like,
Benji's a UGA people. He's a UGA. A
it depends on
UGA.
what your standard of ugly is. Cause see, we got mugly, which me and you have discussed. There's some mugly people out there that will
Let me
never get a
find out
shot.
if you riding the
But
fence.
there's some solid 5.5, 6s out there.
Benji is a UGA people. You know what a UGA is?
I can imagine. Go
It's
ahead,
an
shoot. Tell
it's
me.
an ugly girl advocate. He's
I knew it was ugly
advocating.
girl something. I knew it, and
He's
that's why I agree.
advocating for the
Listen,
ugly women of the
fellas,
world.
ugly girl, fellas, don't y'all come over here and lie to me. All of y'all got an ugly girl in your portfolio that does anything for you. Don't you come over here and lie to me.
But she'll never be
'Cause you
posted
know
on
I know the
Facebook.
game. I played the game at the top of the top level. So don't you play with me. I know you got some ugly girls in there that you know if you called her right now, she'd show up for you.
But
It's
there's some
called
pretty girls
Ladies,
that'll do
don't
that.
y'all play with me neither. Some of these dudes y'all be dating is ugly as hell.
it's called their baby daddy.
Yes, he ugly as hell. And you think he cute and pretty and all. The dude is ugly as hell. When you reach a certain standard, you look at it, you be like, oh, dang, he is ugly. Just live in that moment and realize it. But you just got an ugly dude that'll do anything for you.
Look at
You
you
got to
on the
understand.
advocate
Now,
for the uglies.
the beautiful thing is when you got a handsome fella that'll do anything for you. See, that's a game changer right there. Get you one.
And isn't it the same in reverse? Because
Yes,
a woman,
when you got a fine,
because there's women out
smart,
there that are fine, that will hold
soft
you down.
lip,
And, you know,
you know, got that soft mocha skin, and nice hair. You know what I'm
you can
saying?
live
Got
with
them
somebody.
eyes, got that smile,
This is
got that,
100% facts.
got
This
them
right
hips.
here. This
And
come
she do anything for you?
That's true.
Oh
That's a
no,
true statement.
you
Somebody
this
can't.
ugly,
yes, there's
pretty,
somebody out there for
oh, no.
everybody, right? Somebody
That is
somebody
somebody's Beyonce.
yeah, because somebody that you think is ugly, somebody else looks at them and thinks they're the best looking person ever. So
And
Yeah,
and in
but y'all
reverse, you
y'all
might think
know
this person
y'all
is
know
cute.
ugly when y'all see it. Don't play
No,
with
because
me.
I've seen people think someone is cute too. In reverse, think they're so fine.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, okay, reveal them
Some
to
of these
me.
women with these baby daddies.
No lie, somebody thinks Flavor Flav looks good. I know somebody that thinks Lil Wayne is the finest thing that ever happened.
Yes,
Like,
and they lying. And I've seen.
that's
I
their but that's their
listen.
pick though.
I had a
I mean, and
conversation
we can't
with
knock
a lady friend of
their
mine.
standard of what they are interested in.
That's a fact.
Right. That doesn't change that he ugly.
To you.
He ugly.
All right, y'all. Well,
Mugly.
I'll
Ugly.
I'll tell you this before we move on. For me, it did matter. You know, if a girl that I found attractive told me that she found me attractive versus a girl that I didn't really like the way her face looked, and she told me I was attractive, it was kind of like, oh, okay, thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. That's just the way.
That scenario, yes.
Yeah, that's just the way it was for me.
I was fine, and he came and said something like,
And that's why I was saying, does it hold the same weight? And the answer for me is no. Like somebody that I thought was cute said
depends on
something.
the hurt level, because when an ugly person,
I don't care about that,
it
bro.
hurts your feelings. It
if
hurts your feelings when an ugly person.
fine girl across the room, at
It
the
don't hurt my feelings.
and
It
you
hurts
thought
mine because I be like, man,
It don't hurt my
this
feelings.
girl
really?
is so bad and so fine, and she came to tell you you are so fine. You'd be like, oh my god, girl, come on, you know, whatever. Then there's this ugly girl that looked like somebody ran her over 2 times and dragged her behind the back of the truck and everything else. And she came to tell you how fine you are. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Appreciate that, my guy.
So,
all right, bro.
Ken
No, you
is absolutely correct.
You hit it with that. All right, I appreciate that, bro.
Right. Like, I
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that though. I
Oh,
appreciate
man, yeah,
that.
facts.
You gonna show up to the
Appreciate
sipping page though?
That's a fact. Tune in to the show every week, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central
It's
Standard
done
Time.
already.
Oh man, so okay, So we're
You're a
gonna lead.
mess.
We're gonna lead we're gonna lead the ugly or cosmetically challenged people
Because
alone right
Kid
now.
finally said ugly. I'm proud of you, my boy.
Yeah,
I'm
I said
proud
it
of
I
you,
because
know.
y'all
boy.
said it. I said it because y'all said it. I don't
I
call him
like
that.
when he says
Okay.
cosmetically
I
challenged,
call him
though. It's just,
cosmetically challenged,
I need you
man.
to continue to say that. It's
Yeah,
great.
Oh,
That's
look
my
at you
word.
being an
Cosmetically
advocate.
challenged.
When
Okay.
okay, you just want him to be different than how we say it. Okay.
Because the way it's said just brings that much more greatness to
Yeah.
our ugly and mugly. Like,
Yeah. There's
cosmetic,
levels to it. It's
there's
levels to everything.
levels.
It's levels to
I can
everything.
respect that
Okay. Speaking
wholeheartedly.
speaking of levels to everything, we had this conversation on my timeline as well. When I say love you and when I say I love you, does that mean the same thing or nah? Trisha Michelle, you're the lady on the panel. Talk to us. If a guy
Um,
says love you or a guy says I love you, does that mean the same thing to you?
Oh, come on, bring it
I'm
in,
a
reel it
I'm
in.
a stickler with some things.
Okay.
Just like Tiana in our group text, that's my girl. So we say good morning, and one of us said morning.
But
Like,
it's not good.
what's wrong?
It's not good.
Where's my good morning? So
Facts.
love you and I love you is like you gave me that energy. You was lacking a little bit over here. It just doesn't feel the same for
Yeah.
me. So when I see that, I'll be like, so my here, don't give me no love you, and don't give me no hey
What
either.
about I'm in love with you?
That's different. That's
That's a
different.
statement,
That's totally different
like a
things.
whole actual like
Yeah.
discussion and like you're about to like I'm in love with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
you're
different. That's
like
totally different.
stating a whole like that's
Yeah. That's a profess. Yeah, that's when you
like
profess
you
your
are.
love. Like
Okay,
that's
so
different.
if the brother's rushing out the house, love you, and he gone,
He gave me that quick
is
love
there
you.
any context around it where it changes it or what's
It
going
just,
on?
I don't feel like it means that he loves me less. He, like you said, he's in a rush to get out the door, but at the same time, it just feels that much more affirming when you hear "I love you."
Okay.
Okay.
So
I can
it's
dig that.
just the feeling and emotion behind that full statement. And
Okay.
we're
I can feel
emotional
that.
creatures, and we need what we
Okay.
need.
Yeah, I mean, you are the lady on the show, so you can always get the brothers right. So I totally agree. I have no rebuttal to it at all. Fellas, you heard what the lady said. Don't be telling your girl love you. Tell her I love
I
you.
would just take that. How much extra time did it take
To say
to
I,
say
to put the I in.
"I" to it? Thank you. That's why she my girl.
So
That's why she my girl
Just like it takes no extra effort to say good morning. Okay.
at
All right.
all.
so Benji,
I
It
so
agree.
really
so
takes no extra time out of your day to really put that energy into this for anyone.
so
Right.
you agree. So you agree, Benji. You think the same exact way.
Because I'm not too fond of saying the word unless I mean it. Like I would totally agree.
Benji is
But
drunk.
the reason I asked the question is because in that instance, let's say if you're just rushing or whatever, you like love you, and then
Yeah, you probably mean no harm, but
and then you just dip it out. So that's why I kind of asked that. But I have no rebuttal to that because women love words.
those
So to
affirming.
put that I behind it, especially if you got a little swag, you know what I'm saying, and you walk up to me, be like, "Girl, I love you."
Well, y'all know Ken. Y'all know Ken got graphics. Yeah, I got a graphic coming that's
Oh
gonna
Lord,
break all this up. It's gonna smash a lot of the things that people are probably thinking.
Right.
So let's go ahead and cut to the chase. Let's go ahead and pop this graphic up and let's talk through it. All right. So it's kind of small for you all looking on, but maybe if you can, put your screen on, zoom in. It says love you and versus I love you. At the top says the nature. For love you, it's an unromantic phrase.
mm-hmm.
Unromantic, which means that, if you're talking to your friends or something like that, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? And roll out. That's what that means.
Even him rushing out the door, it wasn't romantic.
It's
Love
considered informal.
it. Mm-hmm.
It's considered declarative, exclamatory as far as expression.
Mm-hmm.
The hidden meaning, it represents gratitude and affection. The situation, it can be used in general situations. Let me take this down. It is used between friends, relatives, and social networks.
Absolutely.
Completeness, it feels incomplete.
That is the biggest.
It
It is
feels incomplete. So, okay, so let's jump over to the I love you side. It's a romantic phrase. It's considered formal. It's a declarative and interrogative or interrogative.
I
yes.
mean, you
Ah,
almost got it, fam.
yeah, nah, the tripping. Trying to read through it. It represents affection and infatuation. It is used in a particular or personal situation,
Hmm.
not all situations. It is used between romantic partners, married couples, and family members.
Hmm.
It is a complete meaning.
Yep.
Complete. So, does that change the way you looked at it before?
It is exactly how I look at it, and exactly why people need to say "I love you." That is exactly what you mean.
Okay.
I won't disagree if a woman is saying something about love. So I have to agree.
Okay. Well, I mean, that was simple. You know,
It's simple for me because uh, I hate to say this, but like I ain't the biggest guy on love like that. You get what I'm saying? I
Love and
know how
affection, like
to.
just don't have step no love and affection. Just don't do it with your
Oh no,
words,
no, 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 no. That's
or with your
one
action.
thing Mama taught me how to do.
That includes with
So
your
I
words,
don't have
although
no problem in
actions
that
speak
area.
louder
It's
than
just
words.
like you got to be with that right person to me to actually say it because I ain't gonna say it and don't mean it.
I mean, of
Like it's
course, you
like
don't throw it
it's not
around just in general. That's your love you. That's the general. Like,
right.
but your I love you, you need to have meaning and purpose behind it to somebody.
I
And
agree.
therefore, if it means all of that to you, then you should say the full statement to that
Exactly.
person.
I would agree. I would
okay.
agree.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
don't.
have no rebuttals, kid, on that one from me.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I agree too. So, I mean, I've always been taught that, you know what I'm saying, that, the I changes the connotation of when you're saying that. So you have to be aware of who you're saying that to, because if you are see your homegirl in the store that you haven't seen in a while, but your girl's over here, you know what I'm saying, and I tell my friends I love them. But if I say, hey, all right, girl, I love you, like it's gonna look weird, right?
right,
It's gonna come across crazy because that's my friend. So we don't say I love you. We say, all right, man, love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving.
There's
right,
friendship in that.
Yeah, there's
right.
friendship, right? So that's just the way I do it. But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you're showing love. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because love is just not a word; it's an action. It's an
Hmm.
action, and that's what you should be doing. So that's what should be the focus. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That you're
that's the
showing the
top
love.
focus.
Yeah.
Actions
So
matching those words.
yep.
I
So
agree.
the last thing we want to talk about before we end the show is something that I ran across this morning, and it was a rant on another podcast, and the guy was going on and on. I sent it to Benji. I think I might have sent it to Trisha Michelle. I'm not
Oh, I
sure,
didn't get a chance to look at it, so this is fresh for me.
but the guy was talking about a young lady he was dating told him straight up on their first date that she was not having sex with him for the 90 days. Like she adheres to the 90-day rule. So the 90-day rule is, it became a big topic when Steve Harvey came out with his book,
Hmm.
and everybody was
Right.
talking about it. They talked about it a lot in the movie. They talked about the pros and the cons of it. So when it comes to the 90-day rule, like, what's your outlook on it, Trisha Michelle? Like, as the lady of the panel again, like, how do you feel about this 90-day rule?
So
Ooh,
I get it, because if you take the sexual desire away from a man, you reveal, or a woman, but mainly men, you reveal their true purpose while they're there. So I get it. We all grown. I ain't waiting 90 days.
you just facts.
like
Just facts. Listen,
I
I
don't
think
exercise the 90-day rule, but I don't knock anybody that exercises it, and I don't knock her for being upfront with it and letting him make it sure. Now I don't know if they conversed in conversation before this date to where she could have said it before we was out on a date thing to find out if he wanted to invest time and money in her. But if you're upfront with your rules, then that person can reveal that. But that doesn't mean that if you don't stick to 90 days, you won't find somebody that's absolutely truly invested in you still just because you gave it up for the
Exactly.
first couple weeks. So I mean, just vet properly.
Yeah, I totally
Listen.
agree.
I am
Benji,
not finna wait for 90 days and then get that thing and then find out it's trash. I
I would
ain't
be mad you
listen.
wasted 90 days of my life.
I ain't doing that. No,
90
I
days
can
of my life?
understand protect yourself, all of that type of stuff. But
Absolutely.
listen, if we vibing like that, I can promise you we're not gonna last no 90 days. I'm just telling you that for sure. It ain't gonna
Right.
happen. And then once we find out it's the bomb, we ain't gonna want to stop. So I'm gonna just tell you that straight up. But what about the brothers on the end who are saying, well, she only is I want this date for a free meal. What do you say to the brother who
Well, keep on
says
dating
that
for
he
your
wants
90
to make
days
me
to
what she
find
wants
out.
me to take her on these dates and do this, but like what about my feeling about, hey, are you just doing this? Because anybody can tell you, love you, I dig you. You can do all these things with your mouth and say all of these things, but what happens to that brother who's like, yo, like you just doing this for free meals and free this, free that, because that culture is out there,
That brother needs to exercise his own type of rule just as much
right?
as the women do, so he can vet and find out too. Then, if that's what he feels, or if that's what he's worried about, then he
Right.
needs to exercise something so that he can find that out. And
I
there
would
ain't
agree.
no shame in that. Do your thing because the women do it. So
yeah,
Right.
I think that's what it boils down to. Having a conversation before you even go on that first date to see what your intent is. You know what I'm saying, and see where you're trying to take this to, and that would be great information. But let's be honest, a lot of women,
People, people,
yeah,
people. Listen,
a lot of hold on,
people. The first month, ain't folks lying.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna
the
say.
first year,
A
folks are
lot of
lying.
people, a lot of people are not going. Well, here. You want me to be honest with you? Here's the thing: the women lying, and the men lying. The women
Mm-hmm.
Right.
gonna lie because they trying to get what they want to get out the deal, and a
And the
lot of
men
them that are telling you the 90-day rule, they got some guy over here that they smashing
they
anyway.
trying to
Yeah.
finish up over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
They
that's why they
making
can.
you wait,
Yeah,
but somebody else is
it's
clapping that
smashing.
thing.
Yeah, and
And
then
I experienced it. So
Technically, health wise, you don't want to be smashing her while she's smashing him anyway.
dudes don't
yeah,
care.
but you making the next guy wait.
Dudes don't care.
They
Right.
test it off.
But
They
you
test
make,
it off
I
first.
mean, you should care though, because
They
folks
don't.
passing that thing out and got some issues. But you should care because if you're under the impression that you're dating somebody that has been celibate, Patricia, but you
You know
come
it
to
ain't
find
Benji.
out they really aren't, and they've been feeding you a bunch of stories, like,
That's grounds to get choked.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
play with people's
that's
life and health. Don't play with me. Okay.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me like that. Cause if I listen, if you've been celibate and then I dive in that thing and you loose as a goose, I got a
And
problem.
you done been all over the town.
Yes.
Well,
Cause
that's
you
a
you you don't let so and so smash. And now you've been making me wait. And then all of a sudden when I dive in, I'm expecting, you know what I'm saying, something tight, you know what
And
I'm
you
talking
running
about,
into
and it
ferments and
ain't
semen.
tight. Yeah,
well.
how you gonna explain that?
Loose is subjective. You know what I'm saying?
You
I mean, it could be loose for
Ugh.
you. It could be tight for somebody else, or vice versa. So but I get what you're
Plastic, it
saying.
can be cute, it can be loose, it can be
very
tight.
very very true, Ken. But when you're blessed, you know when these heifers be lying. I'm just saying, you know when these heifers be lying.
Sometimes Benji just needs a muscle.
You know what? I ain't even finna mess with you right now.
Oh man.
I'm
Well,
celibate.
to me, the 90-day thing, it really boils down to, again, folks trying to be a little transparent. Now I know most of these people are not going to be fully transparent with somebody they just met. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
But don't
most
waste.
of his lies.
Yeah, don't.
Most folks just be lying to save face. They'll tell you anything because
But
they don't
honestly,
expect you to figure it out. And
you're
then when
wasting
you
your
figure it
own
out, it's like,
Yeah,
oh, my bad.
don't
you're
waste
wasting
people's
your own
time.
time. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
like don't
not do
waste my
that.
time.
I'd
Like
rather
if
be
you into
upfront.
playing games
I'd
and you
rather
want
be
to play
upfront
games
about
like that,
everything.
don't even waste my time. Like I ain't got time for it.
I'd rather be upfront about everything. honest about
Right.
everything. You hear, you're not, because oh well, because like
Right.
I'm too old for that. I ain't got time.
Yeah, I'm too old for that. I ain't got time to be backtracking and fact checking you on your lies.
And
Because
have
once
to
I find them
withhold.
out, like we're gonna have a problem.
I ain't got time to be trying to remember what I said at the beginning so I can make sure I keep that up.
Exactly.
Like
That
I
that
just
that
don't.
and that's what's in that really honestly, that's what's in the dating game right now. It's just a bunch of folk lying, a bunch of folk passing around diseases and doing this and doing that. I just ain't got time for it no more. So that's why we shut it all down, man. Just
Well, here's my thing.
we ain't
Just
living
find
on that street no more.
just
Forget
find a
them.
person that works for you. Find a person that's doing
Exactly.
what you want to be doing, and go from there. If you talk to a girl, you go out on a date, and she tells you about the 90-day thing, pay for the meal, be a gentleman. I appreciate the time, and bounce, because she
Right.
ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste your time.
Mhm. Right.
I
No,
think the
I
big,
no, I experienced that. And like I said, it didn't last long.
But that
So,
means that you
like I
weren't
said,
for her.
people don't test the theory. You get what I'm saying? If you're attracted to the girl, you really like her, you don't have no problem with her 90-day rule. You get what I'm saying? But you have to make it known to her. Like if she's digging you, you digging her, bro, y'all ain't gonna make it to 90 days. I
But
can
see,
promise you.
but you can't go
that's
into
not
it thinking
right.
that though. But you
You're
can't go
I
into it
mean,
thinking that,
you
you're
shouldn't
because
not
go
right for
into it
that.
for sex, period,
well,
anyway, in
but
my
here's the
opinion.
thing: people try to make a situation happen. If
Right,
they've told you whatever
Right.
their situation is, you can't go into it thinking, well, I can change her. Well,
I
she
can change
like
in
me,
two
or I can
weeks.
change him. Nah. If they telling you,
That's
take
why
it
it
for
didn't
face
work.
value. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your time. Go find somebody who
right.
lines up with you.
And that is exactly why it did not work, because you knew what you was going to end up wanting regardless.
Facts.
And she told you it's 90 days.
No, actually, no, I ain't gonna say nothing like that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Well, we know in Benji's where everything works for the best of him. But
You know,
for Joe Blow out there, they know it don't happen like that, and they
that's
know,
just like,
yeah.
that's like,
No, okay. So let's say you meet a girl, 90-day rule, and you cool with that. You ain't pressuring her for no sex, nothing like that. You love her vibe. You kicking it with her. You kicking it with her again. Then you kick it with her again, and you like her. So you like her completely, and there has been no sex whatsoever.
and she sucks in the bed.
No, now that's a whole nother issue. Because
But
that
it just
that
depends
that
on
is a
what.
problem. I know people who've gotten married after that, and that's a big issue.
But
That's
it just
another story.
depends on what she's sucking in the bed. But go ahead, Benji.
This is true.
Yes, my, my man. But you give in to that because after you date her for a little while, you actually you haven't even had sex, and you really like this girl.
Mhm.
Like she reciprocates. She she knows how to do this, she know how to do that. Like y'all just vibe on a different level, cool, whatever. And it's like you dating and you're going out and you're working and you're doing everything, you know what I'm saying? And
It was
you
a
ain't
long
really tripping
experience.
off of sex. And then 45 days in, you get what I'm saying? Y'all might be at the crib one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it might happen. But I'm saying in actuality, it's a possibility that you might, with these 90-day rules, you might actually meet somebody who actually has a little bit of value because she don't want to be sleeping with everybody.
But that's a
That's
huge
What
the
if her
investment.
whole
90-day
point.
rule is so that she isn't out here wilding out? You get what I'm saying? What if she
Well,
was a hoe before and she don't want to do that no more right now? So you got to play your cards right when you're in the
my
game.
thing
So,
is a 90-day rule being implemented does not mean that she's not out here. She just decided to exercise a 90-day rule. Because the person that fooled with you within 2 weeks could also be a very loyal chick that
Yep.
ain't had nobody in a long time and she's
very
dedicated to who
true.
she's with and
She might
won't.
just gig you right off the top. Agreed. I
But
agree.
yeah, so it doesn't necessarily always mean that. This is just what someone is, exercising as they try to vet that person purely for nothing sexual.
Right.
And um and hope that that genuine bond happens, and then they lead into adding in the sexual bond. which it
Right.
is more time consuming and could be a letdown. Who knows, whatever. But this is the path that they choose. It could or could not be. But
Woo.
at the same time, you can find out in 24 hours if it was too. So regardless, you wasted some point of time, sometime out of your life.
It's true.
Very
So
true.
you get to choose how much you want to utilize.
Find your person, find who you mesh with, and go from there. Yours might be a 90-day rule, might not be a 90-day
There's
rule.
nothing
Might be
wrong
2
with
weeks.
it.
You might smash on the first night, player, and fall in love. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, different strokes for different folks, literally.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
I be stroking. That's what I be doing.
This guy.
I be stroking.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the 90-day rule, it has its pros and cons, but you just have to, just decide what works for you, and if it doesn't work for you, don't waste your time, her time, his time. Go ahead and bounce.
Right.
And go ahead and find somebody who can fill your slot.
I mean, think about it.
Or you can fill their slot.
Some women or people are like highly driven by sex, so their judgment becomes clouded.
Mm-hmm.
You get this connection, these soul ties through sex, and you overlook all these things that a person is or isn't. And so if you take that away, you have mental clarity, from that part.
Yes, you
really
do.
Focus on what this person is or who this person may or may not be, and then you go from there. So I mean, I get the different aspects of why.
Yep.
You got to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Before you let the fishes say.
You gotta stop blowing head. And you gotta stop doing all of those things. Me personally, if you meet somebody,
I'm trying so hard not to.
You might be in trouble. Y'all gotta stop
You're
doing that.
so annoying. Like, shut up.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, y'all gotta stop. Because you're gonna meet somebody one day and they ain't gonna be playing, they ain't gonna be down with all them games, and you're gonna miss your blessing out here.
That does not mean they're missing their blessing. They could actually find their blessing too. Don't knock somebody's process just because it ain't your process.
Listen, if you miss out on me, you miss out. I'm just saying.
You're celibate anyway. Next.
Wow. Well,
next caller.
I think
I love being back on this show. I can't stand both of y'all, but I dig both of y'all.
I think the 90-day
love
thing.
You. Not I love you. Love you.
Yeah, no doubt. Love you too, bro. But I think the 90-day rule is, it took flight. Like I said,
from now on, Patricia, I ain't saying good morning to you ever again. It's morning.
I probably already blocked you.
Bah. Well, before we get up out of here, let's do our usual go around. Let everybody have some parting words and tell them where to find you on social media, and we can get up out of here and enjoy our Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I gotta go eat, man. I'm hungry.
Trisha Michelle, talk to the people.
It is so good to be back. I missed y'all, man. I really did. Even though we all, we still talked just about every day still. Yeah, I miss seeing y'all faces.
Oh, we missed you too.
Show me those little love out there. Love y'all for sure.
Love you too.
What can I say to the people? You know what? If you mugly, don't have no 90-day rule, okay?
That hurt.
The cards are not.
That hurt.
So there's my advice there. And you can find me on Instagram right there. Trisha
that was a
Michelle,
kidney punch.
Or _YT. TikTok Trisha Michelle. YouTube Trisha Michelle. Fiyah session every Tuesday, 6:30. If y'all have not noticed and paid attention to what we've been advertising, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I see y'all all the time on this show with some crazy mess.
Appreciate ya. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to the people, man.
What's going on?
This guy.
What's going on, man? This your boy, man. You know what's up. Follow your boy, BRB4701 on Instagram. Got the Sip and Pay coming up. It is going to be super dope. Tickets are flying off, man. We got loads of people there. People showing up galore. Gonna have a personal chef there. Gonna have little charcuterie boxes for my paint people going to be there. You're gonna get your wine tasting. We're gonna have some Moscato there. We're gonna have some Cabernet there. We're gonna have some Chardonnay there. We're gonna have a specific one for my girl Patricia. She loves the mailback, so we're gonna make sure she's straight. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be super dope. Got the live saxophonist Jay Boykin there. And Derek Design, man, if you have not seen this dude's painting, I've been posting them. Dude is legit. So it's going to be excellent. Shout out to Coco Fly for putting this thing together, making it happen.
She ain't going nowhere.
I'm selling my tickets after the show. No, you not. You pulling up
right there. I got the whole crew. The whole crew coming out. I just want to.
Yes, it's going to be super dope. For those of you who think it's just a sip and paint, no. There's going to be other people there. It's going to be a full bar there, so you'll be able to go to the bar. There'll be dessert there, so you'll be able to check out the dessert. There'll be a hookah little area there where you can go smoke your cigars, your hookah, and go chill out. Security will be there, so first nigga act up, first nigga getting drug out. Just want you to understand, the ladies is pulling up, and we ain't for no drama. Fellas, if you can't hold your liquor, don't show up to my function.
And dress
I'm putting
nice.
you out at the first night. I don't give 2 and 3 and 4 chances. I'm the cross me one time and meet the devil that you never knew type of guy. So that's just how we're gonna put it together. But it's gonna be super dope. It's gonna be great. We're looking forward to it. It is this Saturday, Raquel's Jazz Lounge in Rialto, California, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're gonna make it happen. Those of you who haven't purchased your tickets through the Eventbrite link, if you get there and you want to purchase it on the Cash App, it's going to be there present for you, so you'll be able to do that. But I wouldn't risk that. I'm going to tell you why. Because we reaching maximum capacity. We actually reached it, and we was like, let's do this again. So it's going to be super dope. So come on out. You'll see the flyer on my Instagram page, posting it galore on Facebook, making it happen. It's going to be dope. Keep following the Fiyah session. Keep following your boy and making it happen. All right. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. We're doing more, and we're doing better and better and better. And that's what we intend to do.
Facts.
Better be there.
Be there.
Y'all better show up. Too bad I can't show up, but I'm in Dallas, Texas. You know,
man, I should have flew my boy out. I just want you to know that, dog.
You got flew out. You didn't get a.
Hey, that's family. Sad I can't be there, but I'm gonna catch y'all on one of those events. And
we're about to have the Fiyah session hangout.
Yeah, matter of fact,
well,
we definitely
I'm gonna talk to him about one of these days. Hopefully, we could do a live from there, like we asked. Remember that idea I told you, Ken, about San Diego? I don't know how it will work, but maybe we can get with the owner and do something like that on a special day. You know what I'm saying? When hey, fly my boy out, come to Cali. You know what I'm saying? Patricia, pull up. We're going to do a 5 session at the Jazz Lounge and set up something super dope. So the possibilities are endless. So we'll figure it all out.
No doubt. Well, y'all already know who I am, Big Ken. Y'all can catch me at Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook. Y'all can catch the Fiyah session on all social media platforms. Just hit that search bar, type in FIYAH session, and we'll pop right up. You go to YouTube especially and hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell so you can get the notifications when we got new content, new videos, and when we go live. Y'all keep sending us ideas. Y'all keep sending us the names of guests. Y'all keep sending us topics because we listening, and we definitely going to use that material. Y'all make sure y'all tune in on the next episode. We got some more great topics coming up this season. We just wanted to give y'all a little taste today of some hot topics, some fire topics, but we got some more guests, and we got some great interviews, and we got some great topics coming. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all have a blessed week. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the good weather wherever you are, because guess what? Whether it's raining, whether it's sun, whether it's snowing, you're alive, so the weather's good.
For sure.
All right. So y'all have a good one. Stay breezy. Peace. Thank you for joining us today. Please follow us on all social media platforms. Just search Fiyah Session.